case you've probably got the wrong
Yeah,
idea.
I know. I drink to forget, but I always remember.
Alright. I pressed the recording button.
Oh, there we go.
Boy. Hello,
Nice.
world.
Alright. Well,
So,
this is a good time to talk about that 50% off Pizza Titan Ultra coupon I just
Oh my
got.
god. Now it's time to talk about our sponsors for the day.
our friends over at Pizza Villa.
Call it
Blue
now.
Apron. Let me talk to
50%
you about
off.
Blue Apron.
And then we have to go a solid minute showing the ad. Thanks.
Run the credit. No, don't you? So, when last we left our stranded outcasts of animals, elves, and drunkard people, and then also a noble and a cat, I suppose, and then Warforged.
Oh, why not cat as an animal?
But, like, no, because cats are clearly fiends.
Cats are fiends.
They
You
are.
know,
because-
Okay.
I'd believe it.
yeah. Cats are straight up fiends.
Alright.
There was the blood war between devils, demons, Eugolots, and cats.
And tables. The cats really hate the tables.
Yeah.
And things, therefore, on it.
They found themselves sailing on a ship which was heading towards, away from the capital, towards the southern part of the continent. And through their own reasoning, being on ships, some people completely not realizing they took the wrong boat. Not
In my
pointing
defense, they all look the same.
completely.
Wow, that's
Wow.
racist.
That's Botist. But you guys all managed to try and come together, and during an attack by some strange sea creatures that I think one of you in particular, as pointed out as Mero, you guys escaped narrowly when a feminine sea lady, mare folk, something along those lines that you think is similar to the Mero.
The salty bitch.
Salty lady. Yeah.
The proverbial.
The proverbial salty.
Thank you.
She seemed to kidnap some kind of holy man, and seeing you guys all trying to escape, thought it was amusing to send a gust of wind in your general direction, blowing
killing
offside the
us.
ship. Yeah, that's fine. She has no care. Blowing a lot of you guys, especially some people, were holding the boat before it was dropping all the ropes into the sea, and pushing you guys all overboard. Some of you guys making it on the boat, other people floating here and landing on their face like Ophinius and Rohan. But yeah, you guys met up with Itzli up on this island, where he began to inform you of the set in life that he's been seeing around here, and that he wants to communicate with some of the lizard folk down nearby. And some of you nicknamed him thusly. And all of these some of yous just seem to be Michael. He's that
In my
character, guys.
defense, there's a lot of alcohol in this dude.
He doesn't pee it out or anything, it stays.
This is immersing himself in the character.
And as well as this find of Itzli, who is helping some people come upon the shore, there seemed to be a gnomish, I hope, gnomish individual who was sketching some of you guys out, some of the more interesting looking humanoids between a lot of you, and was picked out by Ophi in order to keep him as a pet, where Dayth politely declined. And he showed interest that he is actually... You know what? I'm the DM, I know your name, so get fucked. Oh, okay, thank you. Yeah.
Wait.
You guys showed mutual interest in at least traveling to the other side of the island, or getting away from where the fuck you guys are, with all the supplies you can, in order to get the hell off. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 9/10 of you actually being shipwrecked, and the other person here of their own will. But yeah, when we last left off, you guys had filled a couple of rowboats with the rest of the loot that you guys were dragging, which is now all in party loot, hopefully. And you're heading towards the jungle here, I believe.
I'm making baskets.
Yeah, you're weaving baskets, I forgot. If you'd like to make a...
I suggested she weave us huts.
Yeah, I saw that.
But which one
I
are
can
you
try.
currently
It's
creating
just
baskets?
baskets are
Like,
more in my ballpark than, you know,
Yeah.
huts.
Yeah, isn't there panic weaving baskets?
Yeah.
Why do I need baskets? I need
Sorry.
Stress weaving. Well, it means you can carry stuff around.
We can weave the baskets together to make a big basket.
So, while you guys are doing what you're trying to, like, prying up bits of usable wood and overall grabbing what supplies you can see Wolfsbane, who's drying off a little bit and becoming a bit more poofy. Are you using, like, the scraps of cloth that you have, bits of the flag, I believe?
I
that you want
would.
to use?
Can I see any like grass?
Yeah,
Side?
you can actually find a few.
Yeah,
There's
I'll
more,
make-
like,
I can make
large
a-
leaves and stuff.
I'd make a grass basket. You can weave.
Yeah,
grass.
okay. So as you can see, we've been kind of finding her place just around the glass near the trees, and seems to be weaving up baskets. And with the 17, I'd say by the time they're getting all ready, sorted out, you make with that roll about 2, and they're relatively they function well. You only think if you overweigh it that's the only reason they break or tear. So.
Okay,
Quite proud of it,
we
as
have
much as
2
I'm
baskets.
stressing out about the situation. Alright,
Soothing.
And I was like-
She's a bit calmer now.
yeah. So as you get that sorted out, you may add them to your inventory if you so wish, and it'll make carrying things a lot easier. Because remember, you guys do have like slots for kind of where you want to be placing your weapons, and I won't worry about it too much. Just be aware that like, if you're saying like, I've also got my greatsword, and then my polearm, and then these 2 short swords, and my dagger, and this wand and this staff, all like
all
along
in
the
my
right-
asshole.
all in the right
I was
side
gonna
of
say
my
my
belt.
right hand, but
Nature's
okay.
pocket. It's nature's pocket, everyone.
See, I did the math for for Illigan using your system. I had just barely enough space with all his weapons.
Fuck me. But yeah, Dayth, you're probably having a fucking field trip with the amount of shit you can find. Yeah.
Just picking up little things here and there that I think might help in the future.
Yeah.
I am finding pails or buckets.
Oh yeah.
There's a number of those.
Yeah. Make a general investigation check, and anybody who wants to get scraps of like supplies, they can try and make a survival check. I'd say.
Sure.
Do you
Is
guys
this
want me to
survival
mend the
or-
sail now?
What do you say, Harrie?
Do you guys want me to mend the sail now?
I think it already got mended, didn't it? I think Sherwin did mending on it.
Well, I hope you guys weren't looking to see
Did
if
you?
you're finding too much.
Yep.
It was slightly teared, and with mending, it can kind of sort up over time. But like, if you want it to be changed as a function, or make it like work a bit better to fit like a size for a different sail, you'd need weaver's tools to be able to do that.
Okay.
But also, Wolfsbane, in the time that they've been using to kind of collect all these resources up, that's when you were weaving the basket. So if you
Yeah,
wanted
I
to
just
do that-
meant, did they want me to do that, like, next?
No, I think we're
Oh, yeah.
set off. But yeah, when we get to the far side of the island.
Okay.
So it has to be survival. It can't be investigation.
Investigation would be like looking around for particular things. You've already investigated the
Ah,
place.
okay.
Now you're looking for newer things, so it'd be a survival.
Oh, wait. So I can't, even though I'm looking specifically for pails and buckets?
I'll say yeah, but the DC is a bit harder because you have already looked
I'm
around.
okay with that.
Okay. That's why.
Yeah, that's why.
So, as a lot of you guys are going around and you're trying to find not broken or damp pieces of wood that are all put together, you take a bit of time traveling out and breaking what parts of dry wood that you can that'd be useful altogether. Did you guys have a number of the weight of wood that you guys had that was usable?
No, you just said a lot of wood.
Okay, alright. Good, just checking. So, with the collection, that wood is like perfectly fine. That's like organized neatly and it's much easier to carry. So it's easy to throw in the rowboats. With what you collect all together, with the survival checks for you guys averaging up, I will say you can find 210 pounds of just straight wood from the wreckage here. And you already had 150.
Okay,
Refined
so that's
wood.
360, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Be aware that that is considered your push, drag, and lift sort of weight because you're carrying them in the rowboat. So. Alright. For what you're looking for, let's see. Let's see if Lady Luck favors you today.
No.
Let's
Gonna have to.
be a lady tonight.
Well, it's a pretty ugly dude across the hallway. So,
What?
as you're looking around
Damn it,
for,
Kyle was taking a drink.
I hope it doesn't go in your nose. I hope it goes in your nose.
Freaking late.
But you're looking around, and you do manage to find 2 pails that are reasonably fixed up. You can find one that has a hole in, and the other one I can't find. There is no sugar cane, beets, or any kind of fruit that you can see nearby.
How about maple trees?
No. However,
Sycamore.
in your investigation, you are able to notice that it seems like this boat, or at least the area around the boat, has been picked out before. Has been kind of like looted, because there hasn't been any kind of like food here that you can strictly see. There are other bits of wreckage where it seems like ships have crashed and they've literally been like almost dragged entirely or torn apart.
Oh, nice to know we aren't the only ones.
Or anything useful has kind of been taken. That's something you're able to follow in your investigation. There's no footprints or any kind of sign of them, so you're able to tell that this is probably quite a while ago, but this place has been picked before.
Interesting.
Right.
Rohan
So,
is taking the wine.
who has the line in the group?
He has it.
But who had it before?
No one.
I don't think anybody took it.
I don't know.
Okay. So
He
if
wants to say me, but I don't think so.
at least I think you found it, but then he was like, "I need it. If you can have me being useful." But yeah, if you take it, it was just kind of like he could come up to you as you're just kind of looking around because he's been sticking near the boat near the capybara, and just kind of like, "Teacher,
Yeah, kid.
you sure it's the like?" Why are you drinking this early and when we're all shipwrecked?
It's a disease, Seamus. It's a disease.
No, it's not. It's really not.
I think I am a little more educated on this than you are, and so I will happily educate you further on the subject. But I'm not drinking right now, obviously.
Yes.
Can I roll insight on that one?
Yeah. Look at that vibe, just like,
Roll to check bullshit.
12.
Yes!
So you do succeed, Harrie. Oh,
No.
I mean, Wolfsbane.
That's a tie!
A tie, so yeah, like... Oh wait, no, that's for saving throws. Alright, so it's pretty hard to tell, but you can go by your general nature and background check of this individual. So what you know about this character can kind of make your assumption.
I think he's probably lying.
Whether he is or isn't, you assume.
Yeah.
But yeah. Seamus isn't really asked enough to roll insight or check us. Fine, but do you remember your promise that you made to me?
Yeah, we're gonna do that tonight, kid. Ugh.
Okay. That's after we travel. Just making sure you remember.
I remember. What
Good.
did I promise?
And he just walks away towards
It was a joke. It was,
Pretty horrible joke.
A problem.
Alright.
Who asked you, you human piece of shit?
Oh! Someone should woke up on the wrong side
Teacher,
of the
mind the racism.
I'm gonna put a pin on that one.
Before I put a pin in you, bitch.
We already had that conversation, Broom.
You can just kind of see like the few vines that he has wrapped around his arms and like twitch and flicker. But yeah, if you guys collect yourselves all up, Sherwin kind of pipes up a moment and just kind of like, Mace, did you say that you were all leaving?
Yes, I believe we're heading to the far side of the island.
I've been sticking in the jungle, to be honest. It's probably the most interesting part. Other side, I assume it's that way, and he points to the other side of the island. Yeah. And then he kind of like puts his finger up on his cheek and is like, well, to be honest, you're the only really wife that's talking around here. So, if you don't mind, I actually need to grab a few of my things that I've left at my, well, where I've been sleeping. Wouldn't really say home base, but, yeah, more like a hammock. Except I haven't really built it yet, so it's an in-progress hammock. So, I'm gonna go grab my stuff from there, and I'll meet you. Is that good?
Sure.
Sure.
Good. You're all
Whatever
killer.
floats, probably sinking boat. Yep.
You'll do fine. Just remember not to drown. That's probably the key aspect of yeah.
Yes, Sherwin. If you find any sugar, please bring it to me.
Sugar.
Sugar beet, sugar cane.
That's bad for your body, mate. No can do. And then he just jumps off towards.
He would not have a problem with something bad for your body.
You don't know.
Yeah,
I do. I know Sherwin very well.
Instantly, the first thing Sherwin said to you was, "Oh no, not about that alcohol stuff. That's bad for your body, mate. You gotta look after yourself.
And
Body's
then
a temple."
immediately after that, he had a sip of my fucking alcohol.
Ah well. Afterwards, then to fix that mistake, he turns around and just gives you a little wink. He's like, "Will do."
Okay.
And then he's like, "Come on, Happy," and he just starts jaunting off.
I like that you're kind of happy.
Happy shall follow.
Well, wait, gosh, should I be able to see anyone?
I believe so.
I can see like two people, and then everyone else is shadows. Oh shit! So you just appeared out of nowhere.
Really?
Yeah, because
I was like,
shit.
you haven't got dark vision.
Yes, I don't have eyes. I have a gem, so I don't have dark vision.
Yes. So basically, this is what you can kind of sense / sort of see around.
What time of the day is it?
It is like going into the morning now. So in all fairness, I'll turn the lights off because you guys probably could see around a lot better. There's not really like ways I can alternate light, really, if that makes sense. I can't exactly change that much just because of how Roll20 does it. I would if I could. But let me just... I can't like turn... There we go, dynamic light. Oh, that's where I was leaning.
Let there be light!
Oh wow.
Yeah. So, you guys kind of all bring us up together. And I will take you to the map now and you can decide which direction you guys want to take. So,
without even looking, I want to say north.
I think you will go into the water.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we're on the northern side.
North!
He just disappears into
Wow.
Start
Walking.
sprinting.
Do we want to head to there, or do you want to like go via the tower?
Is there a tower? Is there actually a tower? Or...
Well, there's two.
Oh no, that's basically the sites or signings of what looks. You can see like through the tree line, little bits of like broken structure. That is the key basically on my map for like a monument or something like of interest.
Do we want to call by the monument on the way to like one of these?
Do we want to go to the closer one?
Well, we wanted to go to the other side of the island, and to me, the other side of the island is like this way.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, where are we going? Are we going
Well, we want to get the one-
or are we going there?
Oh, we were going. Wait, where do you guys actually want to go?
We wanted to
Yeah.
get as close as we could to this port. Because I
Oh, yeah.
figured out where we were.
So,
we needed
okay,
to
so we
stop.
either So we get to here and we either go straight there, or we just get to this point, get on land, and then go around.
Alternatively, we get to here, and then go to land here, and then that's closer.
I prefer to, based on our previous adventures though in water, I said we take the least amount of trip on the water.
It would be the least, probably.
Well, do we want to go to the monument then, check it out, see if there's anything we can salvage, and then move
We
down
don't actually
one?
know there's a
Oh, shit,
monument
right.
there, though. That's just more so for Kai, I think.
Oh,
the main thing you can see is, just kind of drifting over, you can notice that there are bits of either clearing in the jungle space, because there isn't a lot kind of blocking the beach over this side. You can see maybe like dots of trees along this sort of like desert area. You can see bits of structure. You can see like the broken building, and it doesn't seem all that destroyed. Also, remember that each hex is half a day.
We just go south. And we go,
Yeah, we'll just pop in,
Buddy boy.
say hi to the lich.
It looks
Sure, he
fun.
won't mind, you know.
Pop up visit.
Have a drink.
So what do you guys want to do then?
So
Do you
it'll
want
take 3 days to get across the island.
About, yeah.
that's as many rations as I have. Let's go.
We do have a map.
Just have Ophinius with you, and usually these hexes would take, these ones over here would take a day to travel through, but they take half a day because Ophinius will be leading the track.
Yes. And feeding you guys.
Yes, he's also an outlander. So.
That's good.
Okay.
Yeah, so we travel over there.
So
Okay.
So we want to
So-
go this way? Or this way? Because I'm curious about these ruins, but...
I think main part is get the
Who needs 100% completionist of this shit? Let's get out.
No. But always come back.
It's up to you guys. It's your call. If you want to, just kind of call the majority vote, or just decide which way you go.
Yeah, I'll go wherever you guys want to go. It's just...
I want to go in a straight line.
Can
No.
you even walk a
Okay.
straight line?
That's what.
You can't turn left.
Actually, so you guys are here, now that I think about it.
Oh, that makes sense.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I'm like, are we? I thought there was just like an outcropping of sand there.
No. I'm not being that much of a tight ass. Yeah, you guys are there. So you would see about a day's away, there is a monument up north, but like, you also are aware that there is the direction that you would like to be going, and Rohan has been sitting there for a while, putting his like finger up to the wind. Okay, we'll do that one. Alright.
What?
Streaming.
Yeah, do you have to do this?
And everybody roll like all the
I don't-
d20s. Get rid
I
of
don't
it.
have control over this, okay? It's just gonna happen.
Roll all the d20s.
I'm sorry for the one random person that decided to click on this stream and sees that.
Oh yeah, let me post the link. I said I'd do that. Did you put it in the crucible?
It's in the crucible.
God damn it. So, the mighty adventurers, shall we go to there?
Alright. So if you guys would like to be heading there, since I'm pretty sure that's the majority consensus, can you guys first roll 3d12s for me?
I'll roll d12. Let's
Oh, do you guys want me to do it?
go.
So, whichever way
Oh,
he's
for once I
doing it.
didn't get a 12.
Yeah. Would you guys have travelled the jungle or the desert?
Jungle.
Oh, not even the desert, the beach, sorry.
Who's
For the
dice?
first one,
Who's the
the first
dice?
I mean, I'd say if we
I
want
mean,
to
we
get out of the
have this
sun.
way, wouldn't we?
The real question is, did we want to get out of the sun or not? Or did we
I think we would have just gone in a straight line.
Yeah, I mean, how?
But we're
What's the
traveling
weather
like
like?
hexes.
Kai, did you roll the weather for us?
I
Yes,
shall.
yes.
Ba-ba-da-ba.
We did.
Ooh, it's a little cold today, actually, now that you think about it. The wind's kind of getting to you a little bit.
So we'd want to probably stay in the trees to keep like the wind off us. Then?
Yeah. Off you guys.
I don't know.
Mm,
I need a quick decision. Alright, 3,
We're going
2,
straight.
Trees.
Okay.
I told it to roll 1d2, but it didn't. Oh, there it is. Okay.
I love
yeah,
how
we're
we found
going
like the one little island, like what looks to be a tropical island, and we're like there on the cold day.
straight. Yeah.
Yeah, I know, right? Bad luck. So, switching to... Okay, good to know. Out of curiosity with Dayth, what's his summer season look like? Because I haven't seen it.
His summer season is his skin gets a little bit more color in it. Usually he's very pale, but he becomes a little more human looking. And at the edges of his hair, there's a little bit of red.
Ooh. You going for like your island vacation look?
Someone give him some sick shades.
We need to-
I was thinking
we
like
need
we
to-
got a
A
bit of sun
Hawaiian
cream.
t-shirt.
Yeah, I was gonna say we need to get you a floral t-shirt.
All right. So majority consensus is sand, right?
Looks like
Yes.
Okay, cool. So let me.
In the sand.
Ooh, I think I know what that
Kai,
means.
which hand is the encounter in this game? Is it the 1 or is it the 12?
It's the 11 and 12. Rogan does 1 and 2, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was just making sure.
Damn it, my nat 1.
7. Okay, that's actually very interesting. So, as you guys are traveling through this part of the beach, it's pretty well clear for like this. I almost just tore off Kirby's face.
I saw
Kirby turns into like a flesh mask.
Kirby. No.
No, stop. Yeah, as you
Is
guys
it
are traveling
crabs?
through.
Do we see crabs?
What?
Do we see crabs?
Strangely enough, no, you don't.
Oh, what? Are
The-
there any crabs at all, Kai?
It seems, I mean, at the moment, as the spaces that you guys are traveling, it's very, very sparse of life. One thing that you notice that you can't really see many fish that you can see swimming up towards the beach. There's not many crabs. There's shells. There's a lovely amount of shells, and some that you probably haven't seen before. For some of you who haven't traveled a lot. It's not. Oh god, those are fucking crabs, man. Welcome to Fast Crab. Oh yeah,
What's to encounter these crabs?
so shells if you wish. Description of whatever island, because you don't know the name of the island, you can just choose to name it whatever you guys wish. But as you guys are
see
traveling
crabs,
around,
It's Crab Isle.
Because there's no crabs.
alcohol, you wishes. So yeah, as you guys are traveling down from the, there's a few like dunes you can kind of see traveling about, and the one point of interest that you can see while traveling through is there seems to be 3 outcropping like pointed stones, and they look like they'd be coming more out of like a coastal side, like a sort of like mountains at the edge where they seem like sharp pointed rocks that kind of be sticking into each other. And you're about 80 feet or so away from them that you're just kind of traveling through, but you guys haven't really seen many signs of like interesting life except for nice looking shells and really, really clear water you guys have seen going past. But yeah, you see these 3 outcroppings of stone that you can kind of see pointing at each other, if that makes sense, in sort of like claw formation off the ground.
Like claws? Ew.
They're shaped like that, if that makes sense. They're kind of like pointing at each other, like with a curve. But you guys do just kind of notice that as your first like point of interest as you guys are walking. What do you guys like to do?
I'm taking a wide berth around it. Also,
Alright.
what are we doing for water, guys?
What are you doing, Witch? Oh yeah, you guys can actually bring that up actually. Why some of you guys are across the water?
Yeah.
You'd
What
be
kind of
full
water is it? Is it salt water or fresh water?
This is salt water just all
Okay.
around. Like,
I was just checking because you said it's clear, so I wasn't sure if it was the sea or if it was.
yeah. It's just a very, very clear sea. It's
Okay.
really pretty in that regard. But there you go. But yeah, adjusting the stone. Is there anybody who's going to strictly go close to it and interact it, or are you guys saying dead set on your objective?
I will
Sorry,
go.
you hear my cat.
Because I'm curious about stone.
Okay. So as you kind of start and take a turn, you start heading towards these sort of jagged spaces. You get a bit closer, and if nobody's going to stop or if anybody's going to follow,
I will follow.
Sounds interesting.
I will.
Okay.
I will keep a distance.
Had a cousin who was made of stone. What was his name?
Tim.
Tim.
Freaking Tim.
God damn it.
But as you get a bit closer, Bram, your first sight is you see these outcroppings of stone, and just make a quick perception check just to see if you kind of notice details. Yeah, okay, you're straight on that shit.
I can't.
But as you're looking about closer, you can kind of see scorch marks in the center of these stones. Kind of see points where, like, it almost looks like the sand has kind of melted or like been burnt into this kind of glass, kind of be solidifying around the stone. It's like reflecting from the sunlight. It just kind of seems to be giving that sort of like rainbow effect that you can kind of see picturing off.
Is there something shiny?
Yeah, I mean, it's quite shiny, reflecting from the sun. Yeah.
I was just wondering if my cat instincts was kicking.
And with that perception check, you are just faintly able to check because you're overall like leading, observing, and that before. And you take a moment and invoke your patience, and you can see flickers of what you think is like light or electricity coming down the tip of the stone, of each of the stone. You can see like flickers of lightning.
Dear.
Yeah.
Would you mind stepping up and having a look at this? And I would also like to have a look a bit closer and poke it with my one remaining spear.
Oh yeah, you threw the others overboard, didn't you?
Way too fast.
So there's lightning going down, whatever these pillar things are.
They seem to be. It seems lightning or some kind of like sparking kind of seems to be swirling around the tips of the parts of the rock, like all three of them.
Okay.
Sometimes they like flicker to each other, like a chain, if that makes sense. It's very, very faint.
Okay.
And you guys are looking from about, I'd say, like 40 feet away.
Can I roll an investigation here, or do I need to be closer?
It'd help if you were closer. Like the DC would be a lot lower. With investigation, yeah, I'd say you guys can decide what kind of mental roll you'd like to make, and you will learn different information from it.
Okay.
If you want to percept, you'd probably see more detail. If you want investigation, you'd probably learn why. When learn Arcana, you'll want to see if it's magical means.
Would nature work as well?
Nature would work to see if this is any kind of like natural formation or if anything you've seen before in the wild. Right, nature.
I'll take a few steps closer before I roll that.
Yeah. Alright, that's fine.
Hold on a sec.
I'm curious.
I mean, you can do whatever you like. I'm just looking
I'll
at what I
step
want
up
to do.
closer and check as well.
Alright.
Nature investigation. Let's go.
Go.
Let's go.
I'm like 20 feet
Doesn't
out.
really matter.
By the way.
Wow.
Yeah, okay.
I'll take a look. Wow.
Yeah. Ezekiel, it looks shiny in the middle, but it's a bit spooky.
Shiny.
For both Bram and Itzli, when taking a bit of a closer gander at it, you both kind of have the same sort of like mind when looking at this sort of thing from your natural attunement to the wild. It's like this formation, particularly in such an odd place, definitely isn't natural. You guys would be aware of that straight away. You kind of be like, no, this isn't natural at all. You're understanding the concept of it, where there seems to be lightning striking or some kind of like flame, which is heating up the glass, or heating up the sand so fiercely that it's just melding into glass in the sort of circle of the stone. With your further investigation, Dayth, and having a bit of a closer look, you can see that the tips of the stone here are metallic, but seem to be like dyed or like painted to be blend in with the stone, and you can see like a rune on each part of the stones. And with your general hunch and thinking about it, and like all this kind of meld in the middle, you are intelligent enough to be able to assume that it might be something like a lightning rod. It seems to be luring in the strikes of lightning to the specific position.
Alright. May I roll Arcana to see if I can recognize that rune?
Yes, of course, go ahead. Anybody else who would like to help him or do so, you may.
Sure.
If he just share this information.
Oh, got it. I'm not proficient.
Well, for right now, I'm just taking a look at it. He's not a very good communicator.
Oh, okay.
But
So yeah, you can kind of see where Dale gets a bit lost in the sort of workings of it. He's like, that is interesting. Kind of strides a little bit closer and like having a look around. When you guys both kind of have a look, you're aware that the with the sort of way that it's going about it, it isn't a spell. It kind of seems to be a lingering effect. You aren't really well versed in specific spells and how that's going about, but you're able to kind of tell that the rune here is pulling lightning or any sort of thunder or lightning effect to this area from a specific radius. The radius you aren't able to tell because that would be much deeper into investigation. Usually these are kind of either made for a purpose or to stop it from hitting something else, obviously, like a normal lightning rod would. And you can tell that it's probably been done for quite a while, just because the amount of sand that you can kind of see is melding into the glass here. And the stone seems, as you get a bit closer, it seems raised out of the ground. It doesn't seem like it was there. Didn't seem like it was there in the first place. It seemed like it was literally either created or pulled out from the earth. Sort of formation we can kind of see is similar in any sort of magical means. But that's from your expertise as in your line of work. Brahm, you get the same sort of feeling, except with your attunement to the Feywild, much like Dayth, you're kind of thinking this was done by some form of spellcaster.
Do you want to first look at it?
No. Okay, so maybe I should not poke this. Seems to be drawing lightning for maybe reasons of powering something, or was used in that effect. But
I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah.
Dayth looks up at the metal tips and tilts his head, thinking might do something stupid. See what happens.
I'm thinking, do we want to have a look at the ruins? Because it might be connected.
yeah, it might be something like they come out here to charge the batteries or whatever.
Yeah.
So it might be something useful, but
We
not
can
useful at the
come
moment.
back.
Yeah.
We're here right now.
Well, I mean, what can we do right now?
Yeah, well, to me, it looks like all we can do is we can touch it and get struck by lightning.
Not going to tell.
Rohan, you're able to see that Seamus is kind of taking a moment, and he seems to be like writing it down. He seems to be sketching it in his spellbook. To look at this thing and design of it. Things that he kind of seems to be hearing from Dayth and Brahm kind of talking. He seems to be like sketching down very, very like simpler versions of the notes, and he seems actually quite eager because he's learning a thing.
Well, I was actually taking 10 minutes to sketch a circle.
Yeah.
And do runes in the circle and everything like that. And after the 10 minutes is complete, I am going to cast Detect Magic.
Ooh, right, okay. So, with the specific Detect Magic, you're able to kind of tell the school of it, which, in this particular instance, is Enchantment.
Did somebody add cheeks to Kirby?
I know,
Yeah, they're always there.
Yeah,
Oh,
I just made it change slightly because I brought him to the front. But yeah, with your Detect Magic, you're also able to tell that just it screams out to you in the sort of spell formations like this was made with sorcery, not wizardry, if that makes sense. This was made by some form of natural attunement to magic, and it wasn't just a set spell.
What school is it?
It's enchantment.
Okay.
But it's your best bet when you kind of think about it. I don't know why. Usually this doesn't work when you're like seeing how detect magic works for other people in particular, or seeing what a spell effect is. But this just screams like sorcery rather than wizardry.
Fucking sorcerers. Don't even know what they're fucking doing.
What's wrong, teacher?
Alright, so what you're looking at is some enchantment magic set up by some sort of sorcerer.
And
Are you able to tell what kind of spell it is, sir?
It's raw magic. It's not like an actual spell. It's more of
well, you can tell it's enchantment.
yeah. You can always tell a school, you moron.
Oh,
Wow.
Human is moron.
You might want to repeat that note and like bold it and then underline it.
I'm pretty sure your teacher here
Sorry,
is
that's
enjoying
right.
that too much. She might be giving you some false information.
I know, I'll just underline it once. Gotta
Fair.
take him half seriously.
What race is Streamers?
He's human, I believe.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, he's just kind of like, well,
I'm
at least
sorry about
it's...
Dreddy.
No, I can barely hear him, so it's still gonna fault.
Yeah, it's-
Mainly because I'm not really using it. Okay, that was cute. That's fine.
He's outside my room and he's yelling about it. I can let him in, but he'll be yelling in my room instead.
Super cat senses they can hear hear his name being mentioned.
So,
Hold on a sec, I'll open the door.
No worries. Is there anything you guys would like to do at this structure, or would you guys kind of like to be...
Unless anybody wants to give it a right kick.
Wait, if you want someone to touch it, man, I can touch it. Ain't no problem.
Go for it.
Do we gain anything from touching it, though?
Do we gain anything from not touching it? We
Do you get
might.
life or death.
We might gain or lose something. That's a gamble we'll have to.
Dayth is gonna say, we should all take a few steps back.
Yeah.
What are you
Alright.
about to do? What did I just miss?
I think it's Lee's gonna touch
The
it.
turtle's gonna touch it.
Oh,
no, the
okay.
I wasn't saying the turtle should touch it. No, no.
Oh.
Save that backup for backup plan.
Alright.
So,
Okay, I'm back.
yeah, Dayth is gonna step
walk
back
back a bit.
about 60 feet. Yeah, so he's about 60 feet out. And then...
I will step further back.
Like an extra 15
I'll
20.
stand slightly next to him, intrigued by what he's doing.
Yeah, like my pupils are like really dilated, you know, when cats have got really big eyes, but I'm also like further back.
There's like some
Yeah.
terror in there too.
And then he's gonna raise his hand, and channel some elvish magic, and not click the info blocker description. And then, there we go. And then shoot
Alright.
that at the tip of the,
Just the tip.
yeah.
Okay. So, as you kind of conjure forth, and
Oh, here
once
he
again,
comes.
nothing with a spell, but being particularly in your sort of nature,
Mhm.
just kind of conjure forth from your left arm, just fire it out in the spit of flame. As you fire out the tip, you kind of see it chip some of the stone beforehand. You kind of like it smashes out. When it hits it out, you kind of see the tip of the stone just kind of go red hot for a second, and just kind of simmer. Like, it just kind of seems to be. You can hear like a little, but it seems to be holding. There is no lightning spurt. It just kind of it all stops for a moment. Actually, any little bursts of lightning just kind of halt for a moment, and then after a little bit of time, they return back.
So go touch it. Go touch it.
Don't touch.
Do it. Do it. Do it.
Likely
Do it.
not intelligent to touch. What I did right there was not intelligent either, but it was...
I kind of want to touch it.
Go for it.
Do
How
it.
much
Do
do
it.
I know
Oh,
about
watch.
how electricity works? I don't know a lot.
Lightning can kill, and it's usually spooky.
Yeah.
I mean,
But yeah, are you gonna touch it, Itzli? Are you gonna go ahead and like?
What I have learned in my lifetime is that nothing ventured, nothing gained. So you will go up, enrage, and touch it.
Oh my
Okay,
god.
go just like.
But it's gonna.
When you rage, do you like show it physically or anything? Do you just like roar and like grab it? Or are you usually pretty chill?
He'll just kind of make a turtle noise. I don't know what noise they make.
What
You're
noise?
like, okay, guys, stand back.
Doodle, what noises do Turtles.
They just go, eh. Take the turtle, but I assume it's more gruesome. As you run ahead and you kind of like grab towards the middle, are you grabbing at like the tip of one of the stones or the glass part in the middle?
I am gently touching the metal part.
Okay, so as you run ahead and leap up there and try and grab it, just the way the stone formation is, you have to go around the glass part to be able to grab that part. And tail noises are brilliant. But yeah, as you run ahead and do that, as soon as you grab it and you're within a sort of center point, all three tips of the stone just conjoin like a chain, like a circle around you, and they just kind of strike lightning into your body. Can you make a Constitution saving throw for me?
Oh, fuck.
Oh, jeez.
Whatever will you do, Barbarian?
Oh my god.
Okay.
20, that's their fucking
So, as this kind of takes place, you're realizing that you aren't taking damage at all in the first place, as you just kind of resist like the twitching in your body and like the spasms that your arms are kind of getting thrown out from all the lightning. You kind of take a moment and realize, like, you pat your body, you're realizing that you're not fried to a crisp. And you take a step back and you see like little influxes of lightning around your arms and around the back of your shell. For the next 2 days, you are resistant to the lightning.
Oh my god.
Oh, sweet. So,
What?
who's next? Who's next?
I feel alive.
Is it still doing the lightning?
You are invigorated as well. It's like you just like took in a shot and you're just like,
How do you feel?
I feel like punching a mammoth. I don't even know what a mammoth is, but I feel like punching one.
Sounds like some great energy. I want to get on
While
this.
you're in there, could you grab me some of that glass?
Sure thing. And I'll grab a handful.
Alright, and so just go ahead and skip it. There's some like shards like together on like all melted together as like little shards from just the amount of lightning strikes that it's got. Kind of scoop it up and it's like a rainbowy sort of rainbowy sort of glass that just kind of got like a blunt texture to it.
Can I have one?
I'll get enough for everyone.
Alright, yeah, you're able to shovel up enough and kind of distribute it to all those who want it. So if you want it in your inventory, you can just write melted rainbowy glass or whatever you think the description is necessary for. Doesn't really matter much for weight, it's like a small little bit. Rainbow glass would be cool.
How about we all get on this electric fun?
Is it still doing the zapping? Hi.
No, but it looks terribly warm in the middle of like.
Do it.
Well, I don't see why not. They appear to be perfectly fine. So.
So this is the peer pressure I've heard about.
Alright, so who's
This
going
is
on
like
it?
that time I tried to get you to touch the cursed sword.
That would have been great. But
yeah, who's gonna go on this?
Ezekiel's going in. Fuck
Okay,
that.
Ezekiel, is anybody else gonna?
No.
Join me! Come on, come on!
I
So
respectfully
Ezekiel,
pass.
you take 3 points of fire damage from the
Oh god,
burning hot floor,
not the most comfortable.
and you wait a few moments, waiting around, basically moving your legs around. And when you try and grab it, you take a point to try and do what Itzli did. Take a point of fire damage, and nothing happens.
I get it. It probably has to be struck by lightning to absorb a charge.
Well, it didn't
Yeah.
feel all too comfortable trying to
Yeah, your hand like
waddle
burning
out of my
red.
feet. Like waddle out of my feet and waving off my hands.
This is why if someone says, would your friend stand in the middle to get struck by lightning, would you do it too? You say, fuck no.
Well, they apparently got some power from it. I got burned.
More
I for one think that thing must be racist.
Maybe it
Wow.
likes turtles.
Only likes turtles.
Seamus kind of looks up and is like, "Should I have a go?"
No.
No.
Put the small child in it.
Whatever. Look, Whenever there's an idiot human doing something, you do the opposite, kid.
What if I'm the idiot human that
You're
does it?
not an idiot. Or else
Noted.
you wouldn't be my apprentice.
Maybe it works for short people. Maybe he.
Whoa, man. No,
I'm assuming the turtle's short.
How tall is he?
How tall is a turtle?
How tall am I?
How tall
am
is it?
5 foot tall.
Yeah, so maybe it only works on short people.
It's just kind of like,
How tall
you
am
noted.
I?
I can roll on top of you and you will never move again.
oh yeah,
5'5".
you weigh a bit, don't you? It's like just the general weight of your shell, and yeah, 450 pounds.
Oh god.
What? 450 pounds?
Yeah,
That's a big ass shell, man.
That's like.
Yeah, but
How many
turtles have like
kilos
what,
is
natural
that?
17 armor. So
Yeah.
They are.
That's
Tough
200
as fuck.
kilos. What the fuck?
Yeah. Imagine that rolling on you.
How many shreddies is that? Hold on. 51 shreddies.
I am 51 shreddies.
That's a weird unit of measurement.
So,
He's 4 kilos. And
Till you
there's
get past the,
There's 204 kilos.
So should we move on then? Or does anyone else want to experiment?
How many shreddies
I'm gonna shoot
is
2 more fire.
Wolfsbane?
Once everyone's out of the
16.5 shreddies.
once everybody's moved past there,
yeah,
come on down.
once everybody's out of the circle, I'm gonna shoot 2 more fire bolts to see if I can knock off the tip.
Okay. I won't say roll damage and stuff like that. Just give me a moment.
Okay.
Ooh. Okay. So you keep blasting into it, and you start to see where you're making it like a red hot. You're just kind of like spraying it on to see if you can get anything with it. And aiming for like the lower part just to try and see if you'd actually be able to get it off. This seems magically reinforced and quite tough. You think if you came back with some time and maybe like a magical item to kind of like start chipping with it, you could probably do it. But overall, just because a firebolt has no sort of like solid substance to it, it's not really bludgeoning it. It's more just burning the metal.
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah, it's something to keep in mind.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Why did
if you guys are going to keep going, we'll take the one for this part of the desert. A beach, sorry, not desert. We need one more D12.
sure. You do it. Get a nat 12.
You're welcome,
Damn it.
bitches.
Yeah, there we go. The opposite of that.
Well, how do I
Alright.
heal for my damage?
I mean, I
well,
can
so-
heal you if you want. I'm a paladin.
It's a real question. How long has it been?
It's now got to the point when you made it here, it became like towards the night, like the evening where you'd usually rest up. However, just 'cause strictly you guys woke up at a pretty weird time, or like you guys were direct during the night, you were able to get through this extra hex on the same day.
Okay.
So this is the point where it's getting pretty dark just before you start heading towards the jungle and start like, thinking, hey, it's probably the better time to rest because some of you are pretty tired.
And burned.
Yep, tired and burnt. Alright, so are you guys going to rest or are you going to try and tough it out through the night? It'd just be a constitution save for like toughing through.
I
Yeah.
say we rest.
Well,
Alright.
If we rest, then I'm gonna cast alarm. I would prefer.
Okay. Do we have plans for resting? Are we just gonna sleep on the beach?
Oh yeah. Too bad we didn't, have some sort of shelter fashioned out.
We wouldn't be able to carry it over here, would we?
Probably.
I don't know how to make huts.
You just weave them in a circular thread. It's not that hard.
Or you can just put some. You can just put some tree in it. There you go.
Shelter.
You've never been outside before, have you?
Ew.
No comment.
Humans.
Oh, right, okay.
Alright, so as you guys are prepping for the night, who is taking the watches? And you need to have 4 watches unless you're like an elf and can take 4 hours, but it's your call.
He can go first. He's
I'm
probably
just
looking
gonna
at
put
it.
fucking alarms all around us.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
I
gonna
still probably
sleep.
want to watch.
How close are we to the jungle? Could I
About
reasonably get
Good
resources?
day. I think me and you could do the watch. Because I only need 4 hours of sleep.
you're about an hour off from the jungle. I can
Okay.
consider like before you start hitting the edge of it.
Okay.
There's still like dotted about trees and like
Mm.
this is kind of getting to the point where there is a lot less shells on this side of the beach because it's not really like water locked. But
Oh yeah, I'd have pocketed one of those shells, by the way.
oh yeah, you guys can put down as many shells as you'd like in your inventory. It's not about how many there is; it's about how many you're willing to carry. But yeah, just as you guys are setting up, any sort of preparation you guys want to do for watches or inventory things or any traps you want to set, for example, I'll be right back. Gonna go grab my drink.
I don't know who's got the best perception.
Me, probably.
I've got +4.
I have a...
I have +1. Let's go.
I can watch for 4 hours, because I only need 4 hours sleep. Well, not
Personally,
sleep.
I think we should take
Thinky
double
boy.
watches because we have no idea where we are.
Yeah.
Smart idea.
Yeah, like both Brahm and I can stand for 2 watches, so
I might want to rest first, just to get some health back, just in case. At least get
Do
a
you want me
short rest in if possible.
to? I can heal you if you want.
I can heal myself too, but
I've got my
I'm just,
healing hands.
yeah, well, depending on how long we rest, if we do run into an encounter, I might be able to just get enough time for a short rest in, so I could use that.
I mean, if we're gonna rest, I'm gonna get my lay on hands again. Let me just.
Yeah, fine. Heal me. Heal me!
Okay, I've got. How much health have you lost?
4.
Then you can have 4.
Who wants to
Have one.
on
Have
second
one
watch then? Should we min-max it or just go with whoever?
I mean,
we should have somebody with dark vision on both watches with Brahm.
okay, well, I can do one of them.
Well, do you and me want to go on the first watch together then? And then we can just do the first 4 hours flat out, us, and then we can have 2 more watches between the next people. So if we have me and Dayth do the first 4 hours, then 2 other people do another 2 hours, then another 2 people do another 2 hours.
We could do that.
So who wants to do it on the second watch?
I don't have dark vision, so I'd have to have someone who has dark vision.
Who has dark vision?
I have dark vision.
Humans. Oh, so
I
if we do...
have human vision.
So if we do Itzli and Rohan and Itzli.
Itzli.
Itzli. So Itzli and... Oh, I'll write it out because it'll be easier.
Hello.
We just figured.
Yeah.
We do
How many
Itzli and
how-
Ezekial, and then Rohan and Seamus?
Right. What are you asking for?
How many hours do we have to watch for in total?
8.
Oh, I'm just going to finish mine out.
8. Every single person can. Every single person do 2, like before they need a long rest, or rest in general. In addition, if people have things like tinkering or anything, or like weaving, for example, or woodworking, you can take 2 hours out of your long rest to be able to do that, but it needs to be leisurely sort of time to be doing it. But you can't do a watch at the same time, if that makes sense.
I do my watch and then make some spears, Kai.
Yeah, of course. Go ahead and make a woodworking check. I'd say for the DC is 12, and for every 4 that you get above the DC, you can make an addition. Right, well, fair enough. Going through it, you get through the most part of getting it done. It's mainly just finding the right kind of wood, and there's some of it you being a bit heavy-handed because these trees are weak, and they need to become stronger. So So the first two, you try and start going to it, and they just snap. They're too brittle. You're like, right, well, that's a pain in the arse. You probably want to get to the point where you go into the jungle trees and stuff. But yeah, you get around to making most of a spear.
Shreddy, please.
I'll put that in.
Alright. Is there any other sort of work people want to be doing before rest, or people want to start rolling perception checks?
About rolling.
Before rest, I will just make some simple snares with my tinker tools.
Yeah, okay, that's
Or
fine.
would that be thieves' tools?
Well, Michael, that's an interesting question. Let me answer you.
Like, I'm just wondering if that's going to be like an uncommon item, or
It'd probably be along the lines of uncommon to rare, but like probably actually yeah, uncommon.
What's this?
no.
Something he's asking in his notes. He's writing it down in the spellbook.
Okay.
But yeah, Seamus kind of stops you at some point before the night. Rohan.
Yeah.
And
So, kid, this is what you gotta do.
okay,
You take your focus, right?
got it. And he pulls out his little wand that he has.
No comment. And
Broken.
Did you have to?
yes. And you just kind of grab it, and there's like a bang, and then a whoosh.
Really?
Yeah, it's no. Look. Listen, you just. It's more than just about, pointing in a direction or whatever. You gotta see it in your heart, kid.
Okay.
You can't just like look. Like, okay, like look at this tree over here, right?
Yeah, I see it. I see it. That one.
Yeah. So you can't just like aim at the tree.
You've been drinking.
No. I mean, yes, but that's not affecting my discussion on this.
Good to know. Okay, I'll.
Look, this is magic. It's not fucking bows and arrows and stupid fucking primitive bullshit. Look,
Okay.
it's a little harder for me to explain. The magic in me is a little more innate because of, my...
You're a fire person.
Yeah, and, so it's a little harder for me to explain, but I find it easier to think of it just in terms of math.
Right.
Yeah. Like, if I know that something is approximately 43.5 meters from me, like that tree.
Wait. You do that math?
Yeah. Doesn't everyone?
Okay, feel it in my heart. I mean, like,
Yeah.
he turns left and he looks at the tree from a distance, and he's going to pull out his wand and he's going to twist his wrist and fire a ray of frost, and just straight up miss. He goes for it. He's just like, ah! And it just kind of travels like a small little beam, and then skims just past the air. Right?
Okay, kid, that was a little better than before. You kind of got in the right direction. But let's try again. Here. And then I'm gonna use fucking produce flame.
Alright.
If it ever opens up my cantrips page.
But yeah, some of you guys who are on watch or just generally getting some work done through the night, like Ophinius, you just have like a this like ray of frost just darts past some of you guys' heads. But yeah, you produce flame and you like fire it out, scaring a few cats. But yeah, your produce flame just goes against the trees
See?
and it ends up doing some significant damage. He's like, right, okay, I saw that, and then he was like observing you quite heavily. He seemed quite passionate about making sure he gets this right.
So, and then he's Rohan's gonna kind of take the kid's elbow and kind of straighten it a little bit more because it's probably a little bent, and yeah, Okay, now try. You want to keep your arms straighter.
Okay. And he will consider having an advantage, like a help action for this. And he's going to take a shot. And yeah, the DC was 10. So he just about goes like, yeah, and you can see he like twitches his elbow a little bit out, and he fires it. He hits the tree and like darts across. And it seems like the ray of frost wasn't really strong enough to put out that fire in general, but like it seems to extinguish some of it, and then just kind of catches back up again. He's like, "Hey, I got it. I hit it.
Hey, good job, kid!" And I smack him on the back.
Ow!"
Probably a little harder than first.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. I was just excited for you.
Yeah, that's drunken force. Okay.
No, and then I snap my fingers and the fire disappears.
Yeah. He's like, well, thank you. I learned a thing.
Yeah.
I'm gonna revise. I'll keep studying it, and hopefully.
Yeah, it's about practice, kid. You gotta practice. You should probably do this every evening. You know, that's what I did.
Okay, I just need to find enough trees to be able to do so, but that doesn't seem that hard around here.
If you want, you can also use the human over there. He's pretty much useless for anything else.
Sleeping target's too easy. But anyway.
True. True. And I like how you think.
Actually, just like, he turns to you, Wolfsbane. He's like,
Yeah.
I'm sorry for scaring you.
It's alright.
You seem very scared of a lot of things.
I'm just a little bit out of my comfort zone.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Don't.
What?
Okay, hold on. Are you scared of bugs?
No.
Okay, good, because there's just a poisonous one on your hand.
I can see my hand.
Huh?
I can see my
You
hand.
can see that there's a bug on your hand.
Make a perception check, Harrie. While I make a look check.
Now let me make a insight check.
To see if he's lying, first of all. While making a look check.
Yeah, I know he's lying, obviously. Unless you get like a natural 20 or something.
Yeah, fucking. I just kind of looking around. He's I just looking at him, kind of reading him, and he's got that kind of like condescending look. But as you look down, you do see a skittering, what looks like vibrantly colored, like red and green cockroach that just kind of seems to be like juttering around on your paw.
I'll smack it.
Yeah, as you go ahead and smack it.
I'm a cat, I'm not scared of bugs.
Yeah, as you go ahead and like claw it, you smack through it, and it fades. It doesn't seem to have actually been there.
Oh. Wow.
That was
What
fucking
an
cool.
I feel like this island was featured in a show of some sort, like a play that I've seen before, called Lost.
Teacher, you're a dick.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, cat lady. I don't want him to be a bot. My sorry to you all, actually. I will make sure he pays for drinks for you all or something.
What?
I need to get to sleep. And then he just kind of goes over to a bit of the sand, and he kind of pulls out this, well, basically, he just kind of pulls out his top and kind of uses it as a blanket to throw over himself. And then he just pulls up sand to kind of get a bit of a bed, and then just kind of rests alongside all you guys. There, I assume a makeshift fire that you guys have built up, because otherwise it's just freezing.
I
I'm
can
just
easily make fire.
imagining one of his, you know when you bury someone in the sand,
Yeah.
just their head sticking out.
Good night, everybody. He just pulls himself in. Just in one arm sweep. Alright, 1 second. I'm gonna update the calendar, because I'm actually gonna keep up to date with this one.
Where's the gif of SpongeBob doing it so one of his nose sticks out?
Oh yeah, fucking, I remember that. I love SpongeBob, man. They didn't do a lot of things wrong with SpongeBob. They always were right.
After that lesson, Dayth will go over to Chins.
Oh, okay, Shaggy.
Oh, hello.
Sorry.
That's what he did, by the way. So all you can see is Seamus is just like, no, I'm joking.
His face is sticking out.
And he'll take a seat first, and say, more than one way to do magic. There is your teacher's way, very calculating. And then there's just the magic that you feel.
Right?
Not the best at explaining, but don't overthink.
Okay.
If you overthink it, it gets more complicated than it needs to be.
I
And
should probably stop writing in my book so much.
I didn't say that, but you do with that information what you will. And with that, he stands
You can
up.
ignore it because he's a fucking elf, and also because that's fucking
He wouldn't
bullshit.
be saying. He wouldn't be saying it where you could hear it, because he knows you already
But-
dislike him.
Regardless of what you say, he's just one of those people. But yeah, Seamus just kind of nods and is like, multiple ways to do magic. Okay, that actually clears it up a little bit. Thank you.
He's already gone.
Yeah. Yeah. This is just kind of,
He's all sitting trapped right now.
Bye. Yeah, that's like, he leaves. It's just like, well, weird, cute elf thingy, and then look, he rests up for the night. Is there any other topics of conversation that want to pop up before people go to rest for the night? Or shall I start rolling this d12?
I think you'll probably want the fuck to sleep after having his hands healed.
I'm gonna see if I can try and make some sort of shelter.
Alright, okay, make a weaver's check.
Oh, maybe I can.
Alright, pretty damn good. So, as you you basically spend a little bit of time away from camp while, when you almost got hit by a ray of frost. And as you start
I
heading
was
back
like picking
towards
up a
camp,
leaf and it shot over my head.
you find spare bits of kind of wood which you can kind of see would be stable enough to balance against a tree. But it's mainly sort of, you weave like a rainproof, insulated shelter using like the big like palm leaves that they have around the beach. Something you can kind of see are already off the trees and then you can kind of see a good formation of them. And as you build your shelter up, yeah, it's quite comfy. It's able to house most of you. Your feet might stick out a little bit, but you curl up anyway, so you're fine. Yeah, you're probably the warmest out of the group for the night, except for the fire Genasi, who is innately out of fire.
Yeah.
But yeah, as
Is
you're
it
able to build
comfy?
it up,
Is it comfy?
quite comfy, and the bed is stand, while
Okay.
hard, is easier to work with, especially for a cat.
You hear purring.
Just throw Shreddy towards the microphone.
See if it will purr for me.
Oh. Alright. So
No,
as the
he's
night
quiet.
comes to a close, the night goes uneventfully for your watch. However, who is the third person on watch, if you guys remember?
So we're doing 3 shifts where 2 people watch.
Oh yeah.
It was Itzli and Rohan.
Okay.
You think
So-
he's saying what?
Yeah, so we got
Look,
4
I saw-
hours for Dayth and Brahm, and then 2 hours for Itzli and Rohan, and then another 2 hours for me and Ezekiel. Okay.
Were you about to say the Rohan doesn't do watch, mate?
Nah, he set up like 6 different alarms all around us,
Oh yeah.
but
So he sleeps instead of doing
so he
it.
sleeps.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, well
So
the
you just
reason they were gonna is because Itzli doesn't have dark vision.
Oh, but with Rohan sort of moment as he just kind of steps up, when it's like it's your watch, he's like, and just dots a few alarms around. There's like good night. So with it, so you kind of take that watch sort of alone. But on your third watch, dark
If
vision doesn't.
anything gets close, it'll set off a physical alarm, like a ringing bell kind of thing. Yeah.
And I also have
Some of the
several
police.
traps all around.
Yeah, you have the snares and the alarms, and you guys are good to go in that regard. Yeah, Itzli, as you're up for the about 6 hours into the watch. You have a bit of a look around, and one of the things that scares you completely, or at least exhilarates you slightly, is a lightning strike from behind you. Yeah, like from about half a day's or a day's travel away.
Really?
Interesting.
Towards the lightning rod.
Yeah.
And what you can see as that lightning strikes in this general direction. Oh, one sec, I almost just killed Kirby again.
Kirby, no.
In this sort of general direction, up this way, a faint glow of light coming from the treetops, and then a fade.
Oh.
You aren't really in range, or we're focusing on that one. You couldn't really tell if it was coming from the other direction either. But you just kind of got lost in it. You kind of like get up on the ground, like that was intriguing at least. Okay, so as you know that, the rest of the travel goes by without a problem really. And someone just knocked at the door. It's probably Josh. So give me a second. Yeah. Come on, doggo.
Are you comfy there, Shreddy?
Are you comfy there, Harrie?
I'm not, no.
Well, then why aren't you making yourself comfortable?
It's like, well, I mean, I'm sat comfortably. He's just heavy, so it's hurting my joints.
Ah. Well, that makes sense.
But
And
you
was
too
probably
much.
more information than I expected to get about that than I intended.
It's okay, I've moved him. He's just a heavy boy. He's 4 kilos.
I don't know what that is.
Well, it's how much Shreddy weighs.
Thank
4
you.
kilo. What measurement do you use, Mike?
Generally pounds.
Pounds. Okay, it's
How many
8.8
stone is that?
stone.
Yeah.
0.6.
I don't want to know how you know that.
I'm looking on Google.
Oh.
I'm not.
You know
can't
this thing
do-
we have, the internet.
Yeah. It's 8.8 pounds. Or 0. Whatever the fuck that was.
8 pounds?
8 pounds.
Oh.
Wow.
Almost 9 pounds.
Wow.
But he's really small, so he doesn't look like he weighs as much as he does.
Right.
Solid.
So, as the next day comes to us, let's see how the weather is, peeps.
No.
Still cold.
Yep. Quite cold, actually. Quite chilly. So you wake up and it's like, you get like the shivers of the morning. You've got enough to like be quite like matted and like sweat slightly. What's it called? Wolfsbane. Kind of wake up and you're like really warm and insulated, and you're like, oh, this is lovely. Packed up in your fur. And you get out and everybody's like shaking.
I
Especially
probably wouldn't be
Ezekiel.
affected anyway, because I'm
Sorry, what?
a cat who's built for the cold.
Alright.
Rohan would have slept with his back to the kid, so that way the kid would be warm.
Yeah, okay.
He wouldn't have made it obvious. He would have just did it.
Yeah, just kind of like that. I was gonna sit up here anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
I
I would
guess.
have swapped over to winter as well before I went to sleep.
Alright. So as you kind of wake up, you got like this like a bluish wisp to the side of your hair. And overall, more paler, gaunt expression. And as you guys all wake up and pack yourselves up and everything, yeah, the day is yours. What would you like to do?
Itzli, would you have told us about the light you saw?
Yes, I would have let everyone know about the lightning
Okay.
and the direction.
Alright.
Well, it sounds like it's powering something that way.
So you saw a lightning bolt, and then you saw light from over there, beyond the tree line.
That's about right, yeah.
I'm going to minor illusion, like an image of the tree line. It's dark, and then I'm going to like say like, okay, so like what kind of light did it kind of look like?
Like lightning?
No.
What
the
did
tree line. The tree line.
What do they look like, Kai?
Yeah, what?
It was like a faint glow of like sort of like spherical, and then a fade in, like sort of like when the sunset starts to dwindle. If that makes sense.
Okay, I'm gonna use lighting of different color. I'm just like, okay, you tell me when to stop. I'm just gonna start slowly changing the lighting color.
It was quite like a whitish light, and then it starts to go dim. Just for yourself, like notation for it.
Okay, so it looked something like this.
And it'll stop on the one that looks the closest.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
That's kind of weird. And what time did this happen?
What time? Did it happen?
From about what time you guys went to sleep? About 4 a.m.
Okay. Early morning, 4 a.m. ish.
Do we know about lighthouses in this world?
They'd have them, but they'd be either used magically or with like pyres that they have.
Could it be a lighthouse, guys?
So you guys
I want to look at it.
Right. You want to look over in that distance?
Yeah. Does anyone want to go that
Is
way?
it that way, or is it which direction did it come from, Kai?
Right, I'm on a completely different map. 1 second. I am not in Excuse van. Okay. It was in that direction. Yeah, it was up, like north, west. North. Yeah, I said
West.
north wheat. Like never eat breaded wheat, but like north wheat. Yeah, northwest.
Oh, west? East. I thought you said west.
East. Fucking love that shit, man. All right. So yeah, it was in that direction.
In the direction of the structure?
Yeah.
Well, guys, let's go on an adventure. Woo.
No. But I will want to go that way.
Yeah, let's go have a look.
Don't have much
So,
better things to do, to be completely honest. We were just wandering
The direction
around
we were
looking.
going anyways.
Well, it might be a lighthouse, which
There might be
help us-
people.
Yeah, it might give us some way of contacting the port you want us to go to.
Always good to
Alternatively, it could be those lizard people.
Yeah.
Well, then we'll go slow.
with
Alright,
that Arcana
so-
check, Kai,
Mm-hmm.
and hearing and with the minor illusion, seeing exactly what happened
Yeah.
across the treetops.
And don't
Mhm.
forget your roll on the actual lightning rod. That was like 21.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
investigation. roll
and
was
your observation. Yeah.
do I get any further information?
Mm.
Regarding,
You definitely are aware that it isn't the same sort of like one of those structures that you've seen, like a lightning rod sort of thing. And if you want to mark that on the map, where it was like here, you can do that if you like.
Okay.
So you guys don't forget it. So yeah.
I'll get an emoji for it.
You can tell that it definitely wasn't anything sort of similar in regard that like would be more fierce, it'd be faster, and it doesn't seem like a natural light because it's the way it's kind of explained it. It
Whoops,
seemed more
sorry.
straight
Got
up
my
like
mouse.
going from a certain brightness to dimming, and it didn't flicker or anything like that. It was just a straight like light. So it definitely seems magical, or at least concentrated.
Yeah.
Go for it.
There we go.
Yeah. So yeah, it's your guys. That's the best you can kind of gather from it. It's a very sparse amount of information
Yeah.
because it is just
Okay.
something in the distance. Alright.
Maybe
So
I
yeah.
should get a rock emoji instead of like a. So I think
Um,
it's like, you know.
Like a geodude. But yeah.
Oh, there's no stone emojis. There's just the statues of the faces on Easter Island.
Oh yeah. I
Only
mean
that
that'd be
one.
quite fitting relatively because it's like a island monument. But yeah,
Okay.
which direction are you guys gonna go? North, northwest, or just west?
We're going northwest. We're going to where the light was.
I would like to go towards the light.
I say northwest.
Alright, so as people are traveling around, just before you guys roll for anything, this area, as much as it is, it doesn't seem the surrounding area outside is dense jungle. This is spaces where like the trees are dotted about, and there is like open areas where you guys are actually able to see where about you're going, and you don't get lost from each other too quickly. You guys, this is the moment where you guys actually first see proper life that you can see dotting around, and you can see things such as like small little apes, and you can see like traveling around like monkeys and things like that distantly in the tree line. You can see birds like gulls that kind of seem to be perched up upon the trees. And plant life, actually, you can see a few like exotic flowers dotted about. Before you're looking, you get closer to the sort of structure, and you can see it is made out of stone. This is just the top of it from like the distance that you guys are from where you are now. It seems like it isn't a full structure or building. You kind of see like the side, like what would look like a and no other side to it, so you could assume it's some kind of like ruin or like at least not a fully finished constructed building. But yeah, as you guys start to get a bit closer, I'm gonna need 2 d12 rolls. That's good.
Can I roll perception as well? Keep it
Yeah, sure. Go ahead, make a perception for further detail on the thing.
And during this time, I would also like to be looking around for things that could be used for either poison or alchemical stuff.
Okay. Oh yeah. Go ahead. Make an alchemist check if you like. Alchemy check.
Did
Headless,
somebody else want to roll a d12, or do you want me to do another one? Okay.
And there we go. There's a go. So 3 to 5. Ooh, actually, there is a 7.
Ooh, hello, Trey. What are you doing up there? No.
So with the current area and kind of traveling around, you can't find anything that would be particularly good in any sort of alchemy that you're aware of. You're able to pick a few exotic flowers, and you can get like about ½ pound of those. You can kind of find they're quite rare. Not even ½ pound, about £1/4 pound of flowers. Like at least like the stems of it and the branches that you can find that you think could be relatively useful. You just don't know what you can use it for yet. And you're aware enough to be avoiding at the moment some of the more poisonous ones that are beyond contact.
Okay. He would point those out because.
Yeah, making sure nobody else just goes over and like, picks them or like licks them or something. So with your perception check, Wolfsbane, as you kind of get a bit closer,
yes,
you can kind of see a lot of what the other people will be. You can see that gulls and things like that don't seem to be flying towards that sort of area. And one thing you do kind of takes your point of interest is at this point, this hex in particular, when you're looking up, you can see a break in the dense tree line where somebody seems to have like cut down a few plants, and it seems like a passageway into the forest up that point. That's just something you not notice as you're walking past it.
There's a path over here.
Let's follow that.
Right.
Let's keep going to the ruins, but we can have a look at it in a minute.
Where's your sense of adventure?
I mean, if you want to go, we can go. It's just.
But yeah, as people start heading towards the monument, I believe so. Anyway, yeah, 1 second actually. It's about he's usually quite a nosy sort, so and he takes interest in stone. So, hi, Angel. Perception.
You I can hear everything going on, right?
Love you.
Roll perception.
Oh, nice.
So as you're looking around,
Yeah, apparently.
not going to really see much. He's just kind of looking around at, like the natural structures around here, and he's just kind of like, this place has got a natural beauty to it that I can kind of see akin to the Feywild. But you, Ezekiel, as you're looking around, you looking actively for your sort of sense of adventure and looking around for things since you've not really had a lot of it in your life. You're able to kind of see, well, on the straight path, as you kind of look a bit further, you notice that after a little while, the path kind of seems to be cut shorter, maybe for somebody like a halfling or maybe even a bit smaller. You try and make their way through, and it isn't exactly made for like medium-sized people. And looking closer towards the structure, you can see that it is like a quarter, like the corner of a building. You can kind of see jutting out, and the rest of it is kind of like that side. Both sides of the walls are just kind of either not present or destroyed.
Okay.
But it seems like it is nowhere near like a full structure. You can just kind of see the corner of it.
What time is it? Is it starting to get dark again?
No, for the moment it's about the afternoon.
Okay.
Who wants to go check out the Hobbit hole? Or whatever we should call this place. For short people.
I mean...
How short is it?
Just short enough where you think, like, Sherwin would probably have a comfortable time traveling through it.
Dude,
I'm just gonna kind of...
your ferret thing. Could it have a look?
Yeah, but I was just gonna have a look.
Oh. Okay.
It'd be considered like, you'd have to like crack your way through it a little bit if you like.
Yeah, I'm fine.
Okay. So if you want to stray a little bit, is anybody going to follow, or are you just going to leave Rohan to have a little bit of a look? I'll take that as Rohan. As you
is Seamus gonna go?
Seamus kind of looks. Let's roll. Well,
He's not going to.
yeah. I'd say the moment he's just like, come on, please.
He wants to go?
Yeah, he stops and he's like, I mean, it's better than walking, which we've been doing for a while.
It's also better than staying here with a fucking elf. Come on, kid.
Brilliant. Sorry, he like looks to Dayth and he's like, sorry, it gets me out. He has like that oof, my bad, but he's like also moving at the same time to kind of like stray away towards like that exit towards it. And as you guys are traveling down this small space, Rohan, you'll take a bit of time, then you start realizing that you're gonna have to cut through the leaves to start making your way through. What's your passive perception?
Oh,
Oh, you're not very wise.
I have an 11.
11. Alright. Let's check Seamus to see if he can save your ass.
Nope.
Nope, that's a 0.
I am going ahead of him, so...
Okay, alright. So as you kind of look, he keeps bothering every now and again. You do get, see anything? No. Oh, how about now? Looking around, you have a peek. And as you kind of take a step forward, and you like cut a few branches out the way. And this is only like a good 35 feet into it. You take a step and just you fall. And you fall 10 feet. You can take 1 point of bludgeoning damage.
Fuck.
Yeah, just kind of fall on the and like you can feel your knee just kind of strain.
No,
Yeah,
I fell on my ass. My tailbone was hurting.
Yeah. Oh yeah, just like.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, teacher, are you okay?
Yes.
You also kind of realize as you're looking around, you have fallen, and it smells really bad here.
God damn it.
Yeah, you like look around, your hands are mucky, your clothes are mucky, and you realize that you have literally fallen in a shithole.
Excellent.
Oh my god.
Oh my
Excellent.
god.
Oh,
awesome.
that's just really nice.
Brings up
Alright.
another definition of shit-faced. Oh.
Kid, I need
Yeah.
you to go. I need you to go to Broom, and I need you to get him to come get me out of this fucking hole.
Are you okay?
Can you not climb out?
I'm covered in shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like a very shit. I'm joking. I'm gonna go get him. He turns around and he's going to
I would
go.
have appreciated the joke, but also thank you.
I don't want to fuel you. And he just kind of heads back towards.
What did he just say?
He doesn't want to fuel you, aka you being an asshole by giving you humor.
Okay, that is not what I thought you said.
You think I said
you?
feel?
Yeah, I thought you said feel.
That's
Oh
just such
my.
a passing comment, like, I want you near me. But he goes over to Ophinius and he's going to ask if he can help get him out in any sort of way. Angel, if you're here, you can answer, or...
Maybe. What's that?
I fell in a shithole.
So, you make the shit, so.
Okay, Mr... I know your name isn't Broom, but I can't remember it. Broom.
Ram, I will kill you and plant you like a seed. I swear to God.
Didn't you say your middle name was Patience?
Oh my god.
Alright, fine. You win this round, little child. Leave me to your master.
Okay, let's go. He like leads you towards the soul area over to Rohan. He's like, he's down there, but I wouldn't touch him. He smells.
Luckily, tree person probably doesn't have a nose.
Whoa, okay. the altar block is shutting down. You're breaking up a little bit, by the way, Angel, just let you know.
Brom's voice recognition chip is going haywire.
Alright, but I'll assume that you're gonna help him out in any sort of way. Are you present, Angel? Yeah, he's...
No.
Okay, yeah, this isn't working.
You
I
sound like really slowed down.
Okay, stop talking, Angel. Angel, stop
I
talking.
pull him out. I know.
Okay, alright, that works,
How many
okay, thanks.
tens of kilobits is your radar?
Yeah. But yeah, in the end, Rohan, you do get pulled out, not physically, and yeah, Seamus takes a few feet back, and you guys can all kind of see the situation after you heard that Seamus has come back and just kind of been like, you know, teacher fell in shit. You guys are all like, oh, because he didn't make that quiet because he's an asshole. And yeah, he just kind of pulled out. Well, glad to know that somebody's using this, I suppose.
I snap my fingers and I'm instantly clean.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
that. And as you press the digitation, kind of wipe yourself off.
Yeah. Can I move the muck that was on me somewhere else?
Relatively, but it isn't like controlled canal in a big ball.
Just kind
when
of
you
want
throw
it
it off
to
somewhere.
accidentally go on the elf's feet.
That'd be actively walking over to him and then wiping it like you would actually with your hand, but with the magic.
I'm going to walk up to him and just wipe off a little bit of the shit on him, and then I'm.
All right, Dayth, you can see him from a mile. You can see him from like the 50 feet he is away, covered, well, relatively covered in shit, and he starts walking closer to you, and your general insight is pretty like.
Yeah, no, he's just gonna continue making steps away as he gets closer.
I think everyone should.
Teacher, he's probably gonna kill you at some point. You're.
I wipe my hand off on Ezekiel,
No, come on, no!
and I snap my fingers and I'm clean. It's in like a really weird spot too. It's like in between like your shoulder blades.
I'm gonna fucking try to. Can I acrobatics that shit or no?
You can make a dex save to see if you can save
that
yourself.
shit.
Yeah.
Oh no.
You dex save that shit, bro.
Baby?
Yeah.
Okay,
Right.
thank God.
So he flicks it with the magic, and it just kind of ends up spodging to the sand near you, and
Oh,
you're just like,
no,
ugh.
when I said touch, I meant literally just touch him and just fucking wipe it off.
Oh, you're just gonna wipe it on it? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, regardless, as you go ahead and try and push him, he's like, whoa, no, and being a noble, he is like,
Fuck that noise.
forcefully,
He's
yeah,
particularly shit averse.
yeah. Just like, and as you kind of realize that moment, you just kind of like run, teacher, I just give up, man.
Yeah. This isn't working out too well.
Thanks for trying, and I don't know. And like, he just kind of like lowers his head down. There was nothing there, we think.
Look, wait, hold on. How long was I waiting for the kid to bring back broom?
About a
Couple
minute.
minutes? Couple minutes?
A minute, 2 minutes, yeah.
Enough time to look around in the like, not dig around in the shit, but look around in the shit.
Yeah, make an investigation check.
Yeah.
What do you find in the shit? Did someone eat a penny?
Hey, look. You would be surprised what you can fucking find in shit.
Find some
okay?
copper piece.
Are you talking from experience?
No.
Because that sounded
Alright.
really like you were.
But
Very
think about all the
impressive.
stuff that ends up down a toilet, okay? Like how
Well,
many
I
times
wouldn't
people drop
know.
rings, money, shit, you know?
Well, Rohan, great minds think alike. Because as you start delving,
I hate
that word
your
very
choice of
loosely.
words.
You kind of get to that certain point where you're looking around, and as much as the average person would probably just like "Bleh," and be like gagging and stuff, you're holding it back. And in the sort of corner, and the kind of see where you get like this is like a hole that is filled. You gander a bit to the edge of the thing, and you can see what kind of almost blends a smaller upcropping of like a chest.
Ah! Ah!
No way.
Ah! Fuck you all!
What?
No way.
Fuck you all in the fucking dickholes! I'm bringing the chest up with me when Ophir brings me up.
Is
And now I'm
are
going
you
to clean
keeping
myself
that covered in
off.
shit?
Huh? Is it
Oh yeah,
covered in
it's
shit?
shit.
I am
Oh, my
snapping my fingers and it is no longer covered in shit. I'm gonna take a look at it.
Okay. So,
What
it's
did
locked.
you find in the shithole?
Ugh.
How does
It's
anyone
locked, but you
keep-
notice that the lock is very rusted. And if you didn't really need to picklock it, you could tell that you could probably just whack it, and it probably, like, with a good strike, it'd probably be okay.
Who keeps a chest in a pile of shit?
Yeah.
Ebony,
Eh,
could you give this a good smack?
sure thing, man. Sure thing.
Alright,
I will.
The lock, not the chest.
I specifically gestured to the lock, so.
No.
so as you go over, and it's to hit isn't really that bad because you can get it. But as you go over and just kind of stab into it, yeah, it's enough. It's very, very rusted and it hasn't been in the best conditions. And you just kind of smash it open and it just kind of opens up. And inside,
You lost
Is
me.
more shit.
just a chest full of shit.
Yeah, they just took a dump in the shit in the chest and then they threw it in the shithole.
You know what? If they had a locked up shit and put it in a chest, and then put it in a shithole,
Must be some important shit.
I would be a little respectful of that person.
Is it
okay?
like gold plated at this point?
Gold. No, just on a gold plate.
Rohan, can you make a look check for me? Straight D20.
Oh. Okay.
Oh, thanks, Shreddy.
That's pretty good. Alright, so.
Good shit.
That's so,
This is
You
going on
see-
YouTube, by the way.
Yeah, I know.
the second episode's just called Shit Delve.
This is a real shit show.
But anyway, you notice 3 small capsules, and what catches your interest even more, 2 bottles with kind of like glass, kind of like with cloth wrapping around them. And as you pull them out, they are 2 relatively well-sized bottles of ale, halfling ale that you're able to tell.
Oh my god, you
No.
are good.
Covered in shit.
I mean,
they were
it's
inside the
at
chest.
least dirty. It's not like it's been protected quite a fair bit. It seems like it was like this before it was put in the ship pile. And there's small little capsules. If you take them out, you can see small little beads inside them. You can kind of like shake.
Oh. What is it?
Have you got identified?
Shit, I think I
no.
might know what it is. Just off the top of my head.
Mm.
Shit.
I do not have it.
Yeah, but would you know it in
I would not
character?
be able
Probably
to
not.
afford the 100 gold pearl necessary to use it.
I know, life's a beach.
So I will just hang on to these things, and I have halfway ale as well.
Alright, inside the capsule you can see, let me see, you can see 12 beads, and then in another, like, since there's 3 bottles, inside one of the capsules there is 12, inside another there is 6, and then the other one is empty. And there's small little, like, vials.
Do they? What kind of? What do you mean by beads?
A handful of vials as
Yeah.
well.
They look like kind of little pills, actually, that's probably the closer way to reference them.
Okay.
Okay. thought it was like
I
beads inside
think I
a
know what
liquid.
they are out of character, but I am
Yeah.
not going to meta that. And then I found how many things of halfling ale?
Stop! Shreddy! Oh my god.
There we go. 2. Shreddy sounds like he is just like destroying your room.
Yeah.
Bottles of halfling ale. This is literally the fucking best thing that could have happened. Ha! And all of you guys laughed because I fucking fell in shit.
Well,
and I found
It couldn't possibly be that good if it was covered in shit.
I mean, I think we're pretty justified in laughing at you for falling in the shithole.
I could put you in the shit.
No matter what you found in it, you still fell in a hole full of shit.
I think you'll find that I have beer and you don't.
Okay.
Well,
Check
you can
me.
drink your beer that was in a pile of shit. You go.
It was
Yeah,
exactly
I
right.
think I will give
Put
that a
this
hard
in the
pass.
Even better.
Alright. But yeah, you now have the chest, which still lingers in smell. But yeah, you've got your little capsules. I'd recommend remembering the
No,
number.
it doesn't.
Shit enhances the flavor. It's aged. Like a fine wine.
Same.
It's an off the youth wine. But so yeah, you guys collect yourself back together and start continuing down your path. And yeah, as you start making up to this point, you guys would actually see. Boop.
Dun, dun, dun.
Bubbles.
Yeah, there's a
Oh.
Yeah,
bubble.
you guys can place yourself if you like.
Bubbles and mirror
Which
puzzles.
side
Oh.
did we come in from, Kai?
You would come in from 1 second. From
Don't spawn inside.
It's a
side.
puzzle! I zoomed out!
Okay.
Okay. Roll 20, do you want to work with me here?
Roll
Thank
20
you.
bucks. You can't tell roll 20 what to do.
Roll 20 never wants to work.
I know.
Alright.
Okay. Well, that one didn't work.
Let's hope this is the right music. Actually, be far enough away from
Play
that.
me out, Hotman.
Exactly.
Sorry.
Oh yeah, I'll talk it. It's alright. Alright.
I just got hit hard in the nostalgia. Also,
Alright.
my token does not have a name.
I shall change that now.
I see a name that says Elf.
Lovely. Always the nice one. But yeah, also, Michael, I will work on token. Completely forgot, bypass me. To
Just
be,
use the square token for now.
yeah, you'll be fine with the Rohan one that he's got there. You'll live. I like circles. If the world isn't circle, I'm the opposite. All right.
Okay.
So, yeah, you guys show up to this sort of point, and you realize this corner of the building that you've been talking about. In that point, can actually, it'd be better to say, what's everybody's passive perception check?
Mine's
11.
14.
You're at 14.
Yes.
You're
Not
not
even
getting
more
11?
mentioned.
10.
All right. All right. For Ophinius, I believe it's active perception. I think it's something like 14 to 16.
Yeah.
Anything else?
Somewhere.
Oh, yeah. Rebs, what's
I don't have control of it, don't I?
I believe you have. I hope I've given you control. Otherwise,
His passive is 16.
okay. All right. So, Wolfsbane and Brahm would be able to notice rustling coming from this sort of area, and quite flamboyant, like orange fur you can kind of see moving around. Well, it looks like the sort of bush near a tree line.
Pardon? Shreddy was being a dick.
Yeah, it's fine. You can see like orange sort of fur, like skin or something like that, inside here.
Okay.
And it kind of you can't really see because inside a bush, we're just kind of rustling about.
Have either of them said anything?
Guys, there's something in the bush.
Okay.
It's
Yeah.
orange.
That's a very odd color choice for a lizard. The shame it just kind of like backs up, like looks towards Itzli.
Is it?
So, who wants to check out the bush then?
I'll check out the bush.
Oh my god.
Last
Just
time
so ready.
I swear to God, if you get another buff.
I don't know what buff means, but
Alright,
Dayth is gonna follow it at a safe distance.
alright. Alright, it's there, Itzli. That,
I'm
as
gonna
you
peek
kind
around
of
this
get a bit
corner.
closer, you hear like a ooh, ooh, and arms swing at you from that 10 foot of range.
It's a,
It's a monkey.
alright.
it's Lanky Kong.
Oh my god.
It's an orangutan.
Does an
Lanky
11
Kong.
hit you?
Does not.
Alright.
Natural
Yes.
17 AC.
Really elongated arm, like, swing over towards you.
It is Lanky Kong.
And 1 second, you'll see it kind of pop out a little bit.
If I zoom in, then that's not a picture of Lanky Kong.
I'm sorry.
Kai,
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Whoa, whoa.
if you press, I think it's Shift Z.
Aww.
Yeah.
After you click on the thing, you'll
Yeah.
show the token to all of us.
Really?
Yeah.
Is that showing you guys?
Why is there a loading
I see a
screen in the
loading
middle?
screen.
Yeah, I see it loading.
Yeah, same. I see a little loading thing.
Okay.
Maybe it's just.
Well, that's the
slow.
way it's
Or maybe
supposed
just
to
roll
work.
20 being a bitch.
Yeah, I know.
I've
it's
never
meant to
seen
be.
that before on Roll20.
Me either. That's cool. I also realized you can move tokens with arrow keys, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
The more, yeah, I do that all the time. It's just
Yeah, that's
I
how
never
I
did that.
use
like
them.
move back and forth, left and right all the time.
That's cool.
But yeah, it kind of. Well, I don't know. When it kind of swings at you, you can hear like this, woo, 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 and you can see in its right arm seems to be holding what looks like a small little orb.
Oh, ooh.
Yeah, and it just kind of seems to be like shouting back and yelling at you, and it seems actively sort of ready to be beating the shit out of you guys, and is or aggroed straight away. And I would like you guys to roll initiative for me, please, as it just starts to angrily swing in your general direction.
Are you
Shit.
guys ready for my terrible initiative?
Oh, I'm ready to get it now.
-1. Did I just click on the right? Yeah, sorry.
You're charismatic as fuck, though. Oh
Yeah.
no, it's
You
wow.
look fantastic while you're not moving.
Oh.
Yeah. There's like a twinkle in my eyes.
You're pulling
Alright.
a Dumbledore.
Strike a pose.
Let me just go grab my allocated book.
What's your dex score then, Harry?
It's -1.
-1.
I don't know. Everything's 14 except for my charisma and my strength and my dex.
I just have 12s and 16s everywhere.
Let's have a look. Okay, so my strength is 16, my dex is 8. Everything else is 14 except my charisma, which is 18.
Ah, I wish I had that charisma. Strength is 12, dex 16, con 16, int 12, whiz 12,
Yes.
charisma 16.
Alright, okay.
I'm a
By
very
the
cute
way,
cat.
so you guys know, this thing looks like its arms are actually long enough that it could probably stretch to about here, Itzli. Like behind you.
Oh,
Like it's
What?
arms
So
like
it's not like an actual monkey thing.
it doesn't seem like an average monkey, for example. It is
It
very
is
much
Lanky Kong.
Yeah,
See how far his arms
We
go?
need to make this our friend.
Please, I want to make friends with Lanky Kong.
yeah.
We should ask him where's the leader of the bunch. Does he know him well?
Sorry, I just found
He's
a
the
picture
leader
Lanky
of the
Kong,
bunch. You know him well.
Oh my
Oh,
god,
I
big
love
some
it.
tail.
Please.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
As it kind
Okay.
of swings out at you, you can see its legs are also the same, except they already seem latched onto a nearby tree in the bushes, and you can kind of see his legs are actually curling around the base of the tree.
this is making me feel very uncomfortable.
No, it didn't work. That's just the link. Okay, let me try again.
Yes.
It's because it's a wiki page. But this picture of Lanky Kong is incredible. Please look at it.
Okay.
I
Alright.
will
So,
get it.
going through the top of it, Ezekiel, it is your turn as you kind of see it
is
swing
my
towards it.
turn. I have a higher
Ooh.
dice than him.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
yes.
Sure.
What,
Alright.
Do I kind of have an idea what the fuck this thing is? Before we're getting in.
I will say,
Why isn't it
make
working
a
anymore?
nature or arcana check.
Oh fuck! I'm gonna go off.
If I click the link, it shows me it
Yes.
though. Holy
Yeah.
Hmm.
Look at those arms.
shit. The beautiful.
Alright, arcana. Alright. You've probably heard word of creatures like this. You'd be aware that they aren't any form of mutation or change known. Arboreal grapplers. And they are particularly found in like jungle areas and things like that. And you've never really heard of somebody who's met one up close or seen one. But that's wonderful. But you're
What comes up on
mainly
Google?
aware. I'm trying to look for the correct sort of thing. They are meat eaters. Some consider them like cannibalistic in a sense. They love tasting humanoid flesh, and elves are their favorite.
Oh my god. Did we find out what it's called, by the way? Because I was
the
looking at
arboreal
pictures of... Okay.
It would be
So it's
spelled
not
like
lanky.
it's not lanky con. Thank you, Seamus.
We need
But
to
yeah.
get some blue bananas, guys.
You would be very aware that one thing that you do remember, just because you're high arcana, is it likes to grab creatures and bring them to high heights where it is defenseless and then take care of them. Like a spider sort of thing.
It's quite
Oh.
lanky. Oh shit. I need
Okay,
this.
well. Do I get the sense that this is just like a beast? It just basically is like here to eat.
You are aware that they aren't very intelligent,
Okay.
but it would be considered an aberration. It isn't like a natural.
Oh.
Well, it is natural, but like it is more alien in its form, like mutations.
Okay.
What the fuck did I miss?
We're fighting Lanky Kong.
Yeah, Lanky Kong came out. He's come to beat our ass.
He's gonna slap our asses with those long arms.
Yeah. Oh my god, if you...
Hmm.
Okay.
Rohan, what do you
when
want
you
to
do-
I'm going to.
When you do 3 slaps as Lanky Kong, his last one, he slaps his own ass.
Lovely. But Rohan, what would you like to do?
Gonna walk forward 20 feet.
Alright, cool.
I'm going
Nice.
to produce flame on this guy. Then I'm going to walk back 10 feet.
Okay, cool.
Give him a hug.
So I will walk forward 20.
Oh wait, Seamus has already been rolled full, thank you.
Yes.
Alright.
And I will use my produce. I'm just gonna move to where I end my movement, just because that's fucking easier.
Alright, cool. So yeah, you stride forward a little bit, and as you get to the point where he's within 30 feet, you produce this flame and it kind of like just appears and strikes where about it is within the forest line. Let me roll a check. Yeah, you're pretty lucky. It doesn't seem to be striking fire to the general sort of area where it is. I was wondering if that would probably be ideal for you as well, but it doesn't seem to be lighting fire to the rest of the forestry that is in. And it takes, well, let me check if it's position or anything. Nope, it's pretty good. So yeah, it takes 8 points of fire damage.
Yeah, trick. Yeah.
And it kind of scrapes in and it's like, whoa, whoa, whoa! And just starts swiping its arms in the air. I kind of see, like, as he stretches them out, they seem to curl. They have enough space to be able to curl around and still hit Itzli. Right.
I just saw an image in Discord. The fuck, Harry?
Okay. So that is my turn.
Alright, cool, Rohan. Good turn. So, as we move on to that then, the very shocked Orion and Ezekiel is your turn.
Oh boy. Range and shit. As a player, I want this, but as a character, I don't. No, kill it with fire. So let's see how far 60 feet away I can get. Let's go hang back with Seamus, and then spout some shit, saying like, "Oh yes, you look like you'll make a wonderful belt," and some shit about that guy. So yeah. Oh come on!
Needs to make a wisdom save, which isn't a strong point. Yeah, it's a 10. So as you just kind of shout at it, kind of looks at itself, looks down at its arms around, and it's like, whoa, whoa, and like starts slamming its arms into the ground. And he takes the point of psychic damage, and he is mocked. and I will give him the
They
flex
need to-
muscles of mocking.
They need to add
And I'll just flip, I'll
one
flip
which
off
looks
the
like it's
movie,
crying.
and that's about
Okay.
it.
I'll get a crying one.
Oh, hey, there's this. That one should do it. Look, those are this emo tears.
Oh yeah, I know the emote is on. One sec.
Crawling in my skin.
My crawl.
These words, they
Emotes.
just can't crawl.
Alright, so Ezekiel, as you kind of take it forward and piss it off immensely, is that your turn?
Yeah, besides flipping it off as I walk away.
Alright, cool. I looks around and it's like, woo, 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 and it's going to.
It's going to surrender.
How far away is it?
It's going to make a. It's just going to make a swipe attack over at Itzli.
Hit me, bro.
10-foot reach. So.
Did
Yeah,
you say
right,
that?
Does a
I love
16
you,
hit
Itzli.
you?
It is not.
Alright, cool. So as it just kind of starts on over, you can just kind of like duck your head down into your shell. And then as it misses, just kind of like, woo, 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 and it runs. You'll be able to see it. You go, and then it's going to roll a stealth check. Oh, one second. My dog is going to be sick, so I'll be right back.
Oh,
Cool.
cool puppy.
No bueno.
So what did I actually miss? I remember the poo pit and the chest, and that was it.
I
You made
found,
it to the structure.
I found ale in the chest, and that is what matters. Halfling
You
ale.
found poo ale. So you gonna drink the poo ale?
Yeah, I
Yes.
did.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
yes.
fucking drink it.
What do you do if it's someone like some kind of like hypochondriac who's bottled his piss and you're drinking it?
Well, A, I would be able to smell that it's piss. B,
Would you?
halfling ale.
I don't know, man. I think you kind of like you're desperate. Your mind might think, "I've not had ale. This must be ale."
I've got fancy wine still, I'm fine.
Mate, that's a gamble. That is.
I think I'm fine. Also, like, have none of you smelt urine before? It's pretty.
No. I just mean, would he have a nose that's good enough for that with all the alcohol he drinks?
Well,
Yeah,
I
that's
think urine
pretty
is
much.
still distinct enough that even someone like that could.
Okay.
Angel, did you make any more wooden spears on your short rest thing?
I think he attempted.
Okay.
Yeah.
I have one spear, and I swear to God, Reaver. Swear to God.
That's why I asked. Accelerate.
You can stab jump. Remember the jump? I have a 35-foot jump distance, so you can just run and jump at that motherfucker.
All right. All right.
We did a lot of calculations, Chad, about how fast you could potentially jump at higher levels. It
Yeah,
got
level
ridiculous.
2. Level 2, I'm able to jump 105 feet.
Let me go back. Like we had these going like at ridiculous speeds. Like I think we had to go at 200 miles per hour. Like,
Yeah, we did. I think it was something like if bonus action doesn't take the time, it doesn't add it, but that's pure reaction, not bonus action.
yeah. Try to find that shit. Scroll. So, if you went 290 feet in 2 seconds, you'd be going 99 miles per hour.
Alright.
Miles an hour.
So, with people who were able to point it out, it runs into the forest and starts like pulling itself together and tries to stealth. However, it is low enough that you guys can all kind of see it. So it doesn't seem to be doing well for it. Hey, it's your turn.
Can Dayth roll to see if he knows what this is? And because he's an elf.
Yeah, sure. Make it. Yeah, make a nature or a history. Well, there we go. You're like you're very mindful of things that are that are possible threats in the near future. Things that target elves come in small numbers next to orcs and notably these sort of things.
And Rohan.
Yep. Very very frequently. The style of fighting is grab you, pull you up, eat you. Also, they like that really long range. They like to be able to hide and take care of you. You're aware that it is a grappler from your sort of position, and they are actually, with the circumstance reading from the notes, they are Fey based.
Okay.
They at least have Fey roots. They don't like Fey creatures, and they're probably around.
Okay, so
Would he know any kind of weakness?
You're aware
Best way
that
to kill them.
with your natural 20, actually, it's a fair shout. They don't particularly have any sort of vulnerabilities or resistances for that matter. Just kick the shit out of them, and they can pack quite a punch.
okay. So Dayth's gonna GTFO.
Alright, so you see it for a moment, and you can kind of see like hiding around. It seems to be kind of like filling in a gap. Actually, you guys would have seen that it did move here because it was trying to stealth. I just didn't move him because he failed stealth.
Okay. So he's gonna get out of range.
Okay, cool.
And still has line of sight.
Alright.
So he's gonna raise his left hand again, the non-mechanical one.
Yep.
And
Okay. I'm
Fire
going
away.
for it.
Alright, as you take the shot, let's see. That's a 13, no benefits of advantage.
nope, don't think so.
Alright. Yeah. As you take the shot and kind of go near it, since it's lost in the sort of tree line, and it would technically, at the moment, have half cover. But even without that, you fire the shot over and just, and you can hear like, whoa! And it seems to like leap out the way of that general projectile.
Okay.
Ooh, you do kind of see like a few like embers kind of spit out a few of like the plants here, and it does kind of seem to be like almost catching up.
Okay.
But it would take a bit of time. Firebolt doesn't have a long-lasting like, you know, and that sort of thing. But yeah.
So after that, I was right here. 15, 15. How far of a drop is this?
That's only a 5-foot leap off. Going off it, that doesn't provoke any sort of like double movement or difficult terrain. Climbing up it would.
Well, he's actually gonna take 2 steps down and like try to break line of sight with this thing.
Yeah. Doable. Done now at this point. So at the end of that, he's going to use its reaction. Now seeing that there is only one ally in sight, he is going to try to pull Itzli closer to it. Can you make a grapple check against this Arboreal Grappler?
Right, is it just athletics?
Yep.
Yes, athletics or acrobatics, but I know which one you're going to choose anyway.
Does he have the
has
strength
advantage.
to lift that?
Well, with the strength check that he's doing, he's got 16 base. His push dragon lift actually would let him. He would be able to. It'd just take him a lot more effort. These things are considerably strong and they're quite primal. So, but let me see, because they have advantage on grapple checks. That's a 20 on my mark. So it's like you're fighting against it, and it takes him some time. But as he's just kind of like, he gets both arms onto your shell, and the sort of cares, and it just starts like pulling it close, and you can kind of see, like, almost like a fishing rod. You know how like the rope kind of like curls out. He's doing that with his arms to kind of like pull you closer. And it's very odd to look at. You can kind of see like the muscles kind of like twisting how they're not really meant to, and quite sickly to look at it. You are moved 5 foot closer to get over it.
You just made this a lot easier, Monkey Man.
Alright, Ophinius, what would Prom like to do?
Angel, do you have any input? Are you here?
Kill the elf.
All right.
No, the
Say-
spear. But jump.
Do me to jump on him and crush him?
Yes, do it.
Okay, if that's
do it.
possible, I will do that.
Alright, cool. So, I believe his movement is 35.
Yes.
Oh, yep.
It's a 10 feet run up and then a jump of 35 feet.
Oh yeah, you can do that with your augment. So yep, what's your jump again? What's your jump
35.
distance?
35.
35 feet, so I can run 10, then jump 35, but that's all my movement.
Oh,
Yeah.
I don't know if he can make it.
Oh.
So
So-
close. So close.
You can run next
Yeah.
to him.
I remember
Well,
that's
I'm-
yeah.
I do have reach. It's my whip.
Oh, yeah.
Alright,
I
so
do have advantage. Has the creature acted before me?
Yeah.
Yes.
No. Fuck.
no, if he did a 10-foot run up and then 35 jump.
Yeah, that's what I mean. That's what it is. It'll be
Yeah.
35 feet to run up to be able to jump, and then a 35-foot jump straight forward.
Yeah, okay. That you'd be able to be in reach of like a melee attack.
You can
so if
land
want
right
do that
next to him. That's it.
Yeah, do it. Stab him with the spear. Do it. Do it.
Alright.
Alright.
Let's go
So-
right here.
As you're leaping up and kind of jump up like Hulk style where he throws all his force behind it and stabs down with the spear, go ahead and make the attack.
What is he?
His spear?
Here's that whip attack.
He doesn't get any additional because he is
He said
concealed.
spear.
Strictly from
Spear?
the attack
Stab him
of
with
Hammer.
the spear.
Yeah, spear.
Spear. Alright. Spear attack.
I can speak fluent angel when he's muffled. However, I was just slamming down with the spear partially because it was concealment, and also just because the lead was just out of your range. You stab down into the ground where the shrubbery is, and you're just like, and you pull it out and just kind of see his arms just kind of waving around. It seems to be like mocking, almost like slamming his arms into the ground, and seems to be curling a big circle around you guys.
Did I miss?
You missed,
Yeah, you got a 9.
Fuck. Reba, why do you make me miss?
You rolled max
Sorry.
damage though.
yeah.
On that miss.
Wait, hold on. That was the ranged attack.
It's the same.
It's still the same for
Is it?
him, I believe.
Okay.
It's the same.
So yeah, is that Brom's turn? 1 second, I'm being called. I'll be right back. Hi.
Yeah, that is Bram. So when he comes back down, it's Bram's turn. So.
Okay.
Oh yeah, Reba, did you roll initiative with advantage?
Yeah, you didn't get advantage. I mean, you got advantage, but you didn't get it. Yeah, it was okay.
It's you, Reba. You're the reason I'm getting these poo rolls. Boo.
I
Don't
know,
you
right?
blame Reba? Don't you fucking dare!
What?
You'll come
Yeah.
back and you'll be on fire. It's gonna be horrible.
You fucking skeletal piece of shit.
Bram falls, everyone dies.
What?
See, I speak fluent internet, and even I can understand that.
Mm.
What?
Yeah.
I didn't hear what he said.
Yeah.
I couldn't understand it. Like, I can understand Ruki when she's having her issues, but...
I said Bram falls, everyone dies.
No one's close to you except for Itzli, and Itzli is a Tortle who is very strong.
It's
Hello.
me.
It's
no.
No more strategizing, only war. Yeah.
Mostly
Is
we
that-
just shouted at Angel.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Love you, Angel. But yeah, Seamus is going to pop out and with no sort of orders, kind of shouted at him for the time being. It's like, okay. And he opens up a spell book and he stands there, sort of like calculating, and he's like, is that like 30 feet? Is that like, that's about 30 feet, right? Okay, let's go. He like takes a deep breath, and he's going to Ray of Frost. Let me get on the character sheet and scroll to Ray of Frost.
12?
Hey. 12 now. He fires a shot, and he fires it pretty well. Almost in the same sort of area where Braun was stabbing with a spear. He hit it. He was like, ah, damn, close, teacher. And like starts like,
good job, kid. You almost hit it. You did better than Broom, so you're good.
I'm pretty sure it's Braum.
Broom.
Okay. And that's where he ends his turn. Wolfsbane, is there anything you'd like to do?
Okay, Wolfsbane has been making her way over there, but she's really slow because she uses a cane.
Yeah, she's kind of like.
So finally she
walking
gets
on
there.
Yeah. Just like,
She undoes it, so it's not a cane anymore.
Yeah.
So,
just kind of flicks it out, and with like a snap back in place, you've got a long sword. Kind of,
okay.
Damn, okay.
I assume that hits.
Yeah. And just kind of like bring it up and just kind of slice into like the midsection of the creature. 8 point of piercing damage. Damn, son. And just kind of cut him into just like, whoa! Whoa! And like, just like, notices like, oh shit, you're here, and that really hurt. Kind of looks around you all. Yeah, is there anything else you'd like to do? Actually,
I don't think I can do anything else yet.
Yeah. Alright. Coolio. Going down to that. Itzli.
I'm grappled. I can't move, right?
You're
Around him.
since you're grappled, you can't get any benefits from your speed, no, but you still have your action.
Okay. I will bonus action rage and stab him.
Alright, so you just rage with your turtle noises. And then,
Noises.
what's your weapon of choice, by the way? I don't think I've ever. Well, I haven't really seen you use one.
It's a spear.
Oh, yeah.
Because I have
Well,
a
just spear. Yeah, you got shield and spear.
Oh.
Right. A 13. Nah, sorry, you guys are hitting just under what you need. Like, almost, as you're just kind of getting close, you just kind of stab into him. Damn, it would have been nice if you would have got that.
See, because I took so long to get there, I had plenty of time to
build
get
up
a bead on it.
Yeah. Alright, yeah, as you kind of start taking the stabs towards it, it just kind of seems to be, when you're going for like strikes on it, his body just seems to be curling in really weird, horrible ways. It's just hard to get a beat on him. Yeah, that's your... But yeah, that's your bonus action, and you can't use your movement.
Mm-hmm.
Coming on to it, top of the round again, Rohan.
Well, I am going to just use a very simple produce flame again.
Alright, cool.
No, I'm not.
Alright, so as you fire again, you're just like, there's too many people.
I still had like 10 feet of movement. Could I have moved to like the point above? So across
the
the
hex
Itzli?
above? Yeah, I'd say you would.
The square above.
We'll say for the sake of argument that you are up there. Kind of give you a little 1 sec. Out of bounds. There you go. And it will just say you're above because I can't be asked like dragging them up. 1 second.
That's fine, don't worry.
I'll do that because
Oh, okay.
that didn't really do anything. But I'll move you like here, and here, and then he's still in the wilderness. You're all good.
Okay.
So, yeah, as you fire off your produce flame, you just realize that the area is too tight at the moment, and he's concealed, and it's annoying, and you hate it. But yeah, it doesn't seem to be getting a good amount.
God damn it! Everyone's in the way. Just move. I would like Pine, who's been sitting on my shoulder.
Oh yeah.
Just kind of get relatively
1
close to
second.
the thing.
Yeah.
And just help Seamus when he goes to use his Ray of Frost. Or
Yeah. Okay. So, can you drag Tide onto the thing?
I
No,
can't
still got
because I don't
token.
have control over time.
Ah, right. Okay. Well, I should give you control over time.
Yes, please.
I thought you do. Can be edited and controlled by Michael.
Doesn't have a token.
Oh, well,
That's what's wrong.
I had
A
it
token.
had a token.
All right. Okay. I will go grab. Give me a sec. I don't think I took it off the island. I did. You found.
You haven't
Fine.
set it to be the default token yet.
There he is. There's time. Yeah, I'll set that in my spare time. Spare time.
I got it. I'm just gonna put this here for now, though.
Okay, but he's here, so it's all good.
Oh.
That was my spare time. Yep, so you bring it over, and that's gonna give you weird spells, right?
It's gonna give advantage to Seamus. He's just gonna use the help action.
Ah, okay. Just kind of go like booping with his snoot, where he should be firing the ray of frost. Just like there. The monkey's getting pissed off by it. All right, is that your turn?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Ezekiel.
Alrighty. So I'm gonna whisper some shit at this monkey.
All right. As you're getting that spell ready, I'll tell you when to go back.
Okay.
Shouted orders, so must abide.
Need also calculate if I'm right this way. 1 moment.
Well, you either did 8 or you did 4. So...
Never mind, I'm alive. Yeah, go ahead. Isn't whisper shit, man? Okay.
Fuck this
Yeah,
monkey up.
That's a 3. Monkey see, monkey die.
Does he die?
No.
Damn it.
Yeah, as you just kind of like pull out your focus, and you just kind of seem to be throwing your words almost in that general direction. You see the threads of arcane energy, which you manipulate as a bard, and just kind of strike around, basically daze around his head, and just kind of his arms curl around once again, except what you think they're arms. Nope, it's his feet. And he just kind of grips his head with his feet and just starts shaking his head around, just like slamming his head into the floor. That's 8 points to psychic.
Does it still have a reaction?
Its reaction was used this turn, however, 1 sec. Isn't it dangerous grounds? Or just wipe it?
So yeah, I already used its reaction.
Yeah,
Well,
I
just wanted to whisper sweet nothings at the monkey.
Yeah. And it works. He's proper just like throwing his head about, just like just like messing with him, his puny brain.
I'll just get slightly closer.
Alright.
And never
That's the
go.
bravery picking up. Alright, is that your turn?
That is my turn. Unless I can do anything else, bonus action. Which
You
I
guys' health bars look like an emoji.
God damn it.
Oh, very good to do. Right. So, this guy has got a lot of things wrong in his life.
Poor bastard.
Alright. So, he's going to use his once a day fury,
Oh no.
and he is going to make a bite attack at Ophinius and 2 tentacle strikes at Itzli and Wolfsbane. The first one on Ophinius has disadvantage because of Vicious Mockery. So that's 11, which doesn't hit Ophinius. However, at Itzli, it's a natural 20.
Mm,
And then at Wolfsbane, that is a 6.
no.
So, in the tentacle strike, ooh. Are you raging?
Yes, I was reading.
Good.
Oh my god, that is not what I want to hear from my DM.
Alright. So, pretty good. So if you are raging, that is only 6 points of bludgeoning,
Alright.
which could have been much worse. And can you make a... Never mind, you're fine. You're already grappled.
Yep.
Alright, so yeah, you take 6 points of damage. And you see yourself in a situation, and since it's got you grappled, it is going to move with you. Actually, no, you can hang 10 feet behind him because his arms are just that long, but he's still got you grappled. He's going to take an attack of opportunity from Wolfsbane and Ophinius, and he's going to start moving.
Do we get an attack of opportunity?
Yes, you guys both do.
Jeez.
It's Itzli, I would say, because you're grappled by the creature and he's still in range of kind of grabbing you. I'll let you make one with disadvantage.
Oh, cool. Okay.
16.
Right, the 16 does hit for 11 points of piercing. Just as you're going past him, you just kind of take the strike and...
I just keep messing up which character I have it clicked, apparently. But that one's me.
Oh well, that's still Itzli.
Yeah.
I think a spear strike. Almost
Oh, I see what you mean. Okay, yeah.
Just mixing the yeah, you take a stab over his arm as it kind of stretches out and then pull it out and you can see like this, like, really like, it's like a black tar where his blood seems to be like leaking out.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not the best. It's very alien.
How
very
badly
Aboriginal.
does it smell?
I mean, he smells in general. He's like a poof, like a monkey. Yeah. Yeah, he, and that's where he's going to end his turn. Dayth, it is your turn.
Alright. Dayth is going to... Yeah, he's gonna, again, pop out here.
You
and
can probably just look around the corner without moving out if you wanted to.
I'm assuming that because Itzli and Ophinius are in the way.
Okay.
Because they are larger.
Yeah, you would at least have, it'd be half cover. All things considered, just from the size of those creatures there.
But as he's moving, he's going to clear his hair away from his ears.
Oh yeah?
Like, in a very exaggerated motion.
Yes.
As he looks towards this thing.
Alright, it's gonna make a perception. You've got bad wisdom! Okay, but that's still an 18, and it starts and it's like, whoa? It just like flails its one free arm about, and it just kind of seems to be like, not really pointing, but just kind of like flailing its arms in your direction, which almost hit you, surprisingly.
And then he's gonna raise his left arm and shoot another fireball.
Alright. Damn. Alright, okay.
Do I have sneak attack on this?
For sneak attacks, it's a range. It's a finesse or ranged.
Finesse arranged? Isn't this arranged? Or does that not count?
It's,
I think.
let me check
I think
the
you have
wall.
to be an arcane trickster to get.
The attack must
on
use a
your
finesse
spells.
or a ranged weapon. Okay. So can I retcon that?
Yeah, I'll let you retcon it,
Yeah.
but in the future, I might allow like a sort of like mini feat sort of thing where you can do that because that's relatively okay. I can understand how you'd use it in that sort of manner.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll let you retcon it.
Okay. So I'll shoot the short bow instead.
Okay.
Oh no!
Well,
No, you won't.
Alright.
well,
I mean, you will, but you won't hit.
Because I've already been mean to say you can keep the 20 roll
Oh.
love you too, Kai.
because I'm not letting you have sneak attack on your thing. But you're taking the I'll let you also take that roll for it, so it's 2 plus your dex there, which you already got. So that's fine. You can keep your damage, but know that it was meant to be a downside, but because of math, it's the same anyway. 8 plus sneak attack.
Alright. Cool. So,
Cool.
thank you, Kai. And he is going to
This is only because you're my favorite. I'm joking.
and he's going to again very blatantly step backwards, keeping eye contact with this thing. And that'll be my turn.
Alright, yeah. So just go ahead and take the shot. Is that with sneak attack? Yeah, it's ready to roll. 8 points of piercing. Fine. Yeah. So as you kind of take the shot, he's just like, and this is the point where actually he is bloodied and he's angry boy stage. Alright.
Oh no.
So, straight after that, since he is now in his bloody stage, he is going to let go of Itzli, and he's going to have a full
Is it
round
his
of
turn?
movement. It's not its turn, but due to it's got an effect where when it is bloodied, it has a triggered effect. I actually don't really think I've brought that up. I've started using that recently. A bloodied stage means that an enemy can have like a effect, if that makes sense, if it's written down. But it basically just has a full turn of movement. Alright, so it makes 5 feet up there, so it has 10 feet of normal movement, but then it has its climb or its pull. It's going to start climbing its way up the wall, and it's going to go around to this point. Actually, yeah, it moves back here, and it throws itself over the wall, like pole vaulting its strange arms, and then itself over here. But yeah, now it is Brown's turn.
Okay, it's on top of the wall right now.
This point here, it's only about 7 feet high or something like that. You could probably take like a nick at the legs or something like that from where, from bronze height.
Okay.
Make it our friend.
Remember, you can jump 14 feet in the air to get closer.
There's a wall in
Okay.
the way, really. It's kind of like
Yeah.
Jump over the wall.
Jump on top of the wall.
if good balance, you could try and make that actually if you wanted to feel cool.
Have a high DC.
Hmm.
Weight is taken into consideration. all I can say.
I will just safely stab it.
Okay, cool. As you get a bit closer, you're right. It's above like head height, but
Mm-hmm.
still hittable.
That's not my fault.
I know. God, guys, feel sorry for you. Like you basically taking little jabs at its legs, and where you think it'll be much easier to hit from the sort of vantage point. But its legs do the same things as the arms, and that's even more off-putting. It's just got like these weird tentacle-like limbs. You kind of seem to be like, waving out the way of your attacks, or sometimes bashing them away, like really like fiercely without really doing much damage. Yeah. Is there anything else you'd like to do?
I don't think I can do anything else on that turn.
Reba, did you miss again?
No, I got a nat 20 just for you. Just yeah. Mhm.
Yeah.
Mhm. That's my turn.
Yeah, so it's just kind of like, ooh, okay, all right, ooh.
I'm thinking like.
Roll deception.
All right, he's going to look at his array.
Angel, roll insight.
He
Wow,
is
it's a
going
3.
to go over to this point, and he's like, okay, and he's going to try and start climbing this wall. Try and get a better vantage point, because he isn't exactly the most well-trained tactician.
How high is the wall?
It's about some points 15 feet, other points 10 feet. He's kind of the 10 feet side because
Okay.
he's not stupid. But yeah, he's getting up it and he's taking half of his movement, which would be 20 feet. So he's actually made his way to the top of this. But that's all of his movement. He's like, I think I see him. And he like points over to him. So he's from all you guys who can see him on that vantage point to the side. He'd be pointing in the direction of him as his action, basically. He'd be like looking over. But he hasn't actually used his action yet. I'd say that's a bonus, and then he's going to Ray of Frost. Because it doesn't take an action to point. And he points with his wand, and then Ray of Frost. Alright, gonna get you this time!
He does
No,
have
he's
advantage
not.
because,
Oh yeah, he does, because...
Time isn't nearby, I believe.
but he already took the help action before the turn, so the help action still sticks.
Alright, okay. That's fair, actually. Yep, so he's just kind of like, okay, and flies on, shoots at him, and actually hits the back part of his hand and kind of freezes over, and the other rapid smacks the back of its hand against the stone wall to smash the ice off. He still takes the damage though, and he's like, yeah, I got him! Teacher, I got him! He's okay, but I got him! And he almost falls off the wall in excitement. Yeah, going on to the next. Wolfsbane.
Okay. I'm trying to think if I would climb or not. Yeah, right.
You've got a climb speed, I believe.
Yeah, I've got...
But it's just... You probably just, climb a bit and then stick.
Well, no,
the
it's
cat
smart.
thing and just stick to the wall.
She's got stiff joints, so...
Ah, yeah.
She takes it slow, but she can move fast. It's just afterwards she'll be in pain.
Yeah, a bit janky.
Yeah. So, yeah, you see her brace herself.
Oh, lovely. Fire alarm, give me a second.
Yeah, you see her brace herself, and then she sets fire to everything, and Kai dies.
Josh just burned crumpets, I don't know how you do that.
What? wow.
Okay.
How,
Yeah.
how do you burn? It was using a toaster, right?
He's using the toaster, yeah, but like the proper fire alarm went off over crumpets. Right.
Okay, yeah, I'll pop up here and have a bit of a stab.
Alright, so you climb up the wall, and you're like, oh, okay, that's gonna hurt me a little bit, and you
Yeah.
jab with the king sword.
Yes, where is that? There we go. Hello.
Alright.
17.
Nice.
Is that's the third max damage you've done?
Yeah, I know.
Wow.
That's just how it be with me.
I keep getting nothing but low damage. Come on, share the mojo.
It's just how it is with me. It's really bad because I DM as well, and I still roll like this.
So yeah, you kind of climb over, and you're like using like the cane side or like the hilt of your blade to help you climb up, and naturally as well, you can move quite fast. And then
Hang
you
on,
lunge
it
over
says, hold on, let me show you.
into the stab, and doing quite a significant bit of damage. But he's no longer vicious mockery, so I'll take it off.
I can just climb up. I've got claws.
Oh yeah, naturally. So yeah, as you kind of throw yourself over, you bring the blade into like a lunge and just kind of stab it in. Is that your turn?
Yeah, I can't do anything else.
Alright, cool,
I mean,
cool.
I could hop back down, but
Yeah, it would provoke an attack of opportunity, but
yeah.
you could if you like. So yeah, Itzli.
Want to
Yeah,
join
thanks.
this wall party?
Wall party.
Can you get up?
I will try.
Okay.
I will
So
maybe.
let me roll a d20 for you. Check thing. So yeah, Itzli. You take a moment, you're like, okay, that's doable, and you still got like a hint of adrenaline from getting struck by lightning. You're feeling adventurous at the moment. You kind of run up and you're like, yeah, and leap onto the side of the wall. And you're quite a heavy turtle.
Does it just collapse?
If you collapse the wall, I'll be happy.
You
because
pull up and you kind of grab the wall, and the two bricks that you've got gripped hold of just pull out with you. And you're like, oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no, and you fall back.
Am I
And
on
you
my
land on the back of your shell,
Oh shit.
and it's very difficult to get up.
Are you on your back?
Back on your shell, you're on your back.
Oh
As
my
a turtle, you're
god.
like, oh no, and you're like rotating.
This is my life.
Time's just looking at you funny, just gives you like a sniff, and it's just like, yeah. Yeah. You're currently fall back prone, but you can use the half your movement to be able to get back up. That was only like 5 foot of climb.
Alright. I'll do that. So I'm like, what? 10 feet left. I think it's 5 foot. If I back up, can I throw my javelin?
Yeah, you could. Yeah, you kind of look up there and you're like, okay, that isn't really my speed. You just quit javelin over at him. And he's over ahead of the rest of them, so it's a lot easier. So go ahead.
Be a cat if I want to. Alright.
You can be a cat if I want. There we go. So yeah, you go ahead and just chuck the spear and it stabs into the right shoulder of the grappler. 8 points. He's looking very, very bad now. It seems like it's just on the point where it just wants to flee. And then the next, Rohan.
Don't let it flee.
Lost time.
Well, we can't talk to it. I don't think anybody's got any kind of aberration
Kong.
friendship spell.
What? What? Alright, first thing.
Oh no.
As you go to that point, from the look of it and kind of reach a bit here, it would have 3/4 cover, just go strictly where you are, because this is a 10-foot wall. If you like, you can move a bit more beforehand, since you'd know that, or just kind of take it, chuckle.
What's this 3/4 gonna do? Does it take off?
3/4 adds +5
Okay.
to the AC. Half cover adds +2, I believe.
Yeah.
Mike?
I don't think I can do anything. Like if I can just move another.
If you move another 15 feet, it'll be half cover, not 3.
Oh, well then I will do that.
Yeah. Alright. So, with the 15, as you kind of fire the shot, I believe that's the half cover. That's 14 plus 2. Ooh, no, okay, so doing math, you still kind of fire the shot over, and while it reduces the chance, chance of missing, you still kind of
Makes it
fire
easier
over
to
and it's hard to
hit.
hit. Yeah.
I am going to have time go in, distract it, and use the hop action for Wolfsbane, because Wolfsbane is fucking just
Destroy.
damage. Yeah.
It climbs up and it can climb with ease and say, and whoa! I just clicked too many keys at once. Calm down, roll 20. I'm sorry, I didn't mean it. Yeah, it goes over and just starts like nudging the monkey, starting to get a bit pissed off. Yeah, is that your turn, Rohan?
Yeah.
Cool. Nice cat. Ezekiel.
I feel like I
So
won't get to axe by the time it's
if
dead.
I moved like anywhere here, would I be able to even see the monkey?
You would have sight just, and that's mainly because of this.
That's all I need is some
Yeah.
kind of sight. So we're
Yeah.
good.
Just about.
So yeah, I'm just gonna fucking vicious mockery this dude and just tell him to stop all the monkey business, come over here and take his death like a man.
Alright, go ahead.
Oh.
Make a wisdom.
There we go.
He's
Full
been
damage.
awful at these, man. I mean, it's not a stat at all, but like, I've been surprised. Yeah, guys just kind of he's just like, oh, and you see it's bleeding from everywhere. It just kind of seems to be heaving, and it just seems pissed off now more than anything.
So it's got disadvantage now, right?
It has disadvantage on its next attack. Yeah.
And I'll bonus action healing word Itzli. Just
Alright, cool. That's 4 points of.
Oh, nice.
there you go.
Right. Cool. Yeah, it's like you heal for 7 points of health. Good healing word. That's maximum.
Fantastic.
What was
Alright.
your healing word?
Oh,
Careful, Paul.
What's that? It's just
Was that? It's just Was it at the same moment that Itzli tries to climb the walls and he just like
I
and then
just look at you like you don't look like you're in the best shape. I'm like, oh, like snap my fingers and make that shit go over there.
the little blemish on the back of the shell just kind of sews back up.
That looks better.
Thank you kindly.
All right, it's going to make a wisdom.
Oh no.
It's probably the smartest one it's done yet. It kind of curls its arm back to itself, and where it's got like the center of its chest, you can see its left foot is holding this. What you first thought was a like it's very orb shaped, but you can see it's like a gem. It's like crystal blue,
Oh, no.
and it just seems to flip it into the air and throw it over to you guys. He throws it over here, but Brahm and Wolfsbane can both try and make a
dexterity?
That's it. Sleight of hand, yeah.
Okay.
Let's see how funny this is. Alright, well, fucking Brahm's on ball, but let's see how.
Well, it wasn't too bad. I rolled
Yeah.
Shit.
an
I know.
11.
It's mainly because your balance on the wall is kind of climbing it when or is off, because you've got to use the hand that isn't using your sword.
Well, no, it's just I've got terrible dexterity, so
Yeah. I'm just like, oh no, but
my
Brahm
reaction
just kind
time
of
is not great.
yeah, Brahm is just like, oh, fuck's sake, and just kind of uses his vine to lash out and grip it and pull it back towards him. And then he is going to disengage, and he's going to just start sprinting off. However, because he is not exactly the best at running, he's going to move his 10 feet.
Well,
Oh no.
And we get
Uh,
opportunity
Yeah.
attacks, don't we?
no, he disengaged.
And he disengaged as his action.
Oh, right, okay, yeah.
Dayth.
Dayth, you said this thing doesn't look very good, right?
It looks very, very bad, yeah.
Okay. Well, Dayth is going to use his once daily Misty Step.
Ooh, nice.
Okay, I should click.
We know what
this.
it does.
Yeah, we know what it does.
Yeah, I know what Mr. Step.
So
30
he's,
feet of bonus action movement.
so he's just gonna teleport on top of the wall there.
Yep, you join the wall crew.
Yep.
Oh,
And he's gonna aim his short bow.
Oh, yeah. You land on, you like catch yourself for a minute, take the shot, and you glance. Nice. For 4 points of damage. Dayth, how do you want to do this?
I knew I wasn't gonna get the hit.
Yes.
Damn it! I was
So-
hoping my mind would just destroy.
As he teleports up, he once again clears the hair away from his ears and stares at this thing.
Do you,
Kinda
do you
takes a look
flick
back in
your hair over
spite.
your shoulder?
Yes, I do.
Exactly like it does in the picture as well.
Yep. And pulls out his short bow, draws, aims, and fires directly in this thing's eye.
Yeah. So as it looks up, it has like the spiteful look of, should I stop and turn back and try and take care of this thing? And the split second it has that moment of things, kind of flip back, take the shot that pierces just past the statue's head, and strikes straight into the eye, and it's like, whoa! And just falls like flat. It doesn't even have moments of second thoughts. It is straight up deaded. There we go. And let me just hold the music there. And further. And that's where we shall end initiative. Alright.
Loot the
Okay,
monkey
you guys are
corpse.
free now.
What's the monkey gonna have?
Arms we can use as rope.
Oh, that would be so. We could actually. That's a really good idea. It'd be additional rope for the bow.
Arms you can use as belts.
I mean,
The
I
leg
have
sash.
weaver's tools. I can probably do something with fur.
I'm a DM, I can't judge. Yeah, you the wall crew kind of has a moment of like, how are you all balancing so well? And like, kind of have a moment of like having opportunities. It's just like, okay, and takes a little leap off and hurts himself a little bit.
I want to
Wolfsbane
poke at
will,
them. I want to
drop
poke at them.
down in some surprising dexterity, and then go, oh god.
You okay?
Yeah, I'm alright. Just a little bit stiff.
Guys,
Okay,
before we
take a
start
moment.
looting, before we start looting, let me just.
I'll just
No, I don't see
heal
Peter.
myself.
I don't see Peter, guys. We're fine.
Dayth is interested in the elastic muscle in its arms and legs.
I would assume, because it's the coolest thing about this guy. Yeah. So, as you kind of like give it a little boot, you can kind of see dramatically as you kind of throw it, its body slightly turns, and the rest of its like arm just kind of slides, and like rope, it just kind of travels until it's sprawled out.
I want to look at this bubble thing.
Intriguing.
Never mind.
But what you're able to notice, very quickly, Wolfsbane, is just because I couldn't really find an ideal token for it. These towers, what look like they were one sort of towers, are fallen to their side. The gem is also at the top of the tower, but into the ground now. It is like the top of what would be this tower.
Okay.
And it seems like it has fallen with the gems sort of half sunk into
So
the
is
earth.
this the thing that we got from the monkey man?
Not that thing, no. This is just this is an orb that you'd see on top of this tower.
Okay.
It looks
I was just
nothing
wondering
like
if you had a similar thing, but
Yeah.
okay.
As you look a bit closer, Brom, it looks like it's got like the bottom of it as a sort of like point, and it's like a crystal blue gem. And you kind of see the inside of it looks very like wavy, like the ocean. Like you can kind of see like a tide. And it's like,
We'll swallow the gem with his non-mouth.
are you gonna swallow it?
No, I
Are
don't
you,
have a
are
mouth.
you even playing
Oh,
a
yeah.
character who eats rocks this time?
That was the joke. That was the joke.
Yeah. I know. Oh no.
It's obviously it's a water stone, and you use it to evolve your.
Michael, was that a Pokemon joke?
Yeah.
Whoa.
we need to evolve our Eevee.
I will
You
stuff-
choose
What are you talking
Jolteon.
about? That's obviously a fully evolved ferret.
Okay.
Alright.
I will just stash the gem then and just whistle out of my non-mouth.
Who's going? So I assume it's going to happen because it happens in all my games. Who's tearing this arboreal grapple to shreds and like?
You want
I
me to
mean,
do it, guys? It's
Do I
survival.
do I have to survival or can I Tinker's tool it?
It would be a survival since it is a living creature. If it was any sort of like pieces, it would be Tinker. But
Okay.
Yeah, let me do it, guys. I've probably got the best survival.
Ezekiel
Do
back up from the
you
corpses
think
people and
you
start
could get the
stabbing
fur?
into it.
The fur and the muscles.
I mean,
so I would usually come with stripping the fur. Is Itzli gonna help?
Sure, I'll help since I have proficiency.
We've got relatively good survival there.
Okay, scalpel.
Wait, what?
Scalpel. Periscope. Rubber chicken.
Bagel. Alright.
Sure.
Have you got a roll for him? I think, Rebs.
20.
Nice.
Yeah.
I was just
Dayth-
going to aid him, give him
Alright.
advantage.
Yeah, Dayth will like point out that he would like the muscles in the arms and legs.
Yeah.
I bet you
So-
would be weak. String bean.
Yeah, you spend a bit of time kind of getting to like how this thing kind of really works, and it like kind of extend and just stretch like rubber, which is very odd to kind of seem like a muscle sort of system. It's kind of similar to trying to think of a sort of similarity, like with the ear. You can stretch it out a little bit, but as you kind of cut each limb kind of smoothly as you can to kind of make sure it works, and it's a lot easier to skin the fur off for Wolfsbane because the skin's a lot more kind of like stretchy and like reactive to kind of shed it
This
off.
guy's got no collagen like me.
So this is more or less what I imagine like skinning like normal flesh people would be like. Just, like separating sinew and bone and then just cutting out the grisly bits,
Yes. Except it seems a lot easier and fluid. But you're able to really shave all the arms and legs, and then you have the muscles and the actual stretchy parts for Dayth, and then the fur for Wolfsbane. It's got quite a few teeth, so you're able to collect about 20 of them. 20 stretchy monkey teeth.
Stretchy teeth, yeah.
2 stretchy arms, 2 stretchy legs.
How much fur?
A fur, I would say about 30 pounds of fur.
Okay.
Sorry.
Is anybody particularly cold?
20 pounds of fur.
Guy,
20 pounds of fur.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is also an important question. Does it have
Yep.
genitals?
Let me check. They do not reproduce naturally, so no.
Small blessings.
I'm joking. That's something you should always check because like scrotum skin's always different and useful.
It would not be different to the arms in this regard. It's very stretchy.
Let me get the scarf out of it.
Okay.
This is going on YouTube and it's currently being streamed.
Yeah, you see, I just completely zoned out, and all I heard was make a scarf out of it.
It's
And
a
I
red
don't want to know.
things.
I have stories. I
I
yeah.
apologize for the 2 of you that are watching that decided that this was something you wanted
I
to
completely
watch right
spaced out and heard scarf. Like what?
Yeah, to me, the fact that it was Reba that did it too has just made it even more whoa. Just like, whoa.
Oh, so what angel are I doing? It's completely normal. What she does.
Look, you guys try to be over the top all the time, so I just yawn at it. But when someone who I don't expect to do it does it,
Surprise round.
has a little more impact.
Surprise round.
Surprise.
You also do realize if you go in proper in depth here, Ophinius, you could take the head if you like, but also so you can have an arboreal grapple head. It has swallowed 3 gold pieces.
Because what?
Yeah,
what?
those
Swallowed 3 gold pieces.
just like the random fucking dire rat you find in fucking Skyrim or whatever. It has fucking
3 gold pieces, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, hold on. How many people are here?
You could
A lot of
get
people.
that to work.
We can make monkey-like whips.
Welcome to D&D.
Okay,
Okay, but I'm curious about what these fucking statues.
Alright, 1 second.
Yeah, what
you guys
time
do
is
some
it,
planning?
Guy? Is it starting to get dark?
Yes.
So I actually do need to run here soon.
Yeah.
Oh no, I meant
yeah,
in game, but if we need to stop, that's fine. I was just
I know,
gonna say.
I'll be
If
ending in a
it's-
little bit anyway. But...
I was gonna say we could set camp nearby and watch what happens.
Yeah. For the time of day at the moment, it is going about 3 p.m., 4 p.m.
Okay.
No, 4 p.m. to 5 p.m. Sorry. It's getting relatively dark at this point. But generally get in your surroundings for a moment. You can see what you can see, except this mirror is shattered.
Do you want to fix it with your mending?
That's
Dayth?
to Rohan.
Dayth does
Or,
not have mending.
Oh,
was
who was it who
Sherwin.
had mending then?
Rohan, I believe.
I do not have
It
mending.
was Sherwin.
Oh, okay. Oh, Sherwin
Who
had it.
mended the sail?
Yeah,
Sherwin.
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 Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
But there is a raised sort of table here that you can kind of see from this sort of standpoint. That doesn't really stick out as much on the actual image, but there's the stairs you go up to, and then there is a table on the sort of mid-center part.
Oh look, we can have dinner, guys.
But if you guys did kind of get a bit of a closer look, there is an indent in the center of the table. It kind of looks like a little, like, how to put it, like pyramid, sort of embedded into it.
What shape was the jam?
Um,
Is it not the
if-
same
yeah.
shape?
Now, if you pull it out, the tip of the thing, the tip of the gem actually is pyramid shaped.
Oh, please put it in there. I want to see what happens.
Let's do it.
God damn it.
Everybody move out of the way of the mirrors.
So we
Do
go.
I am going to, while these, like, insignificant beings are doing whatever they're doing with regards to cutting up this fucking monkey or whatever, I'm going to take 10 minutes to do my little circle and cast Detect Magic around here.
Okay.
Okay. So you detect magic. You get a strong sense of magic, not really in particular, just kind of like a magical effect, if that makes sense. Like magic is taking place at this altar. Each orb has its own, and it's the same school as whatever a light spell would be. I'm
Evocation,
unsure of what.
Or transmutation.
Or I think it's like conjuration, maybe, but like,
Like
that's a
conjure.
guess. That's a complete guess on my part. But let me
No,
just
it's
get
right.
the cat.
It's evocation.
Okay, ew, it's got a really horrible background, doesn't it? Why are they like this? Okay. Finally, I have all the chaos emeralds. There we go.
I think Dallin's got to go.
Alright. So I'm happy to end it there, and you guys can have a bit of for it.
Okay.
Or actually, I'll give you a bit of recap. I'll let you guys finish this first, but I'll see you in a bit, Dallin. Okay.
Well, I need to end the recording in the stream.
Yeah, that's fine. I'll basically end with some information, basically.
Okay.
But I'll bring it up at the start of the next session. But yeah, I'll see you later, Dallin.
Goodbye.
Yeah, done.
Adios.
See ya.
By the two random people that decided.
Yeah,
to
thank you for
stream.
Bye,
listening.
Street. Thank you for
Fuck
watching.
you for listening.
I hope you had fun.
Fucking alright. Yeah.
No,
So
bye guys.
Right.
later, Dallin. Love you.